where we last left off, guys, the party had just outrun a colossal elemental on the outskirts of the Scorch Grove. One of the tender druids gave his life to ensure your getaway, and a somber funeral was held for him back at Alba. Tavor, yeah. A somber funeral was held for him back at Alderheart. Council meeting the next day decreed that more needed to be known about this colossal enemy and dispatched you, the defenders of Alderheart, to the University of the Avium, the Birdfolk School of Magic. On the treacherous 2-day journey through the forest, you were ambushed by an old friend of Basil's, an enormous Mapak bandit by the name of Crawl. A bloody fight ensued and many lives were lost on the bandit's side, eventually ending with Crawl's submission to you guys, but no mercy was shown as Basil cut him down with a coup de grace from his bow. You were assisted in the fight by a platoon of the Wildwood Brigade who showed up just in the nick of time. But with that done, you proceeded on with no further incidents until you reached the Avium. Upon arrival, you were greeted by one of the professors who introduced you to the Dean, who issued you guys with amulets, allowing you to access most parts of the school. And you proceeded to begin research down in the library in the basement of the Avium. I'll just bring up the Avium map here.
I love that map.
It's cool. So good. So, a few days of research followed, of you guys tirelessly flicking through the books. You met the librarian, who we'll have a picture of here. Morden Swiftgale, who did what he could to assist you guys in finding the information you need within the library. And also a picture of the Dean here. Boom.
Yes.
So, while you researched day after day, a few of you were also engaged in some other activities around the campus. Kashmir took a class, an evocation class. Leaf had an introduction with the divination professor, an eccentric Corvum named Corvax Ravane, who showed Leaf his latest augury, some sort of prophecy that had been repeating itself every day of the week. Declared something dark descending upon the school or Humblewood. Where we ended the session, Basil and Leaf had just crashed a small student party in one of the rooms. Leaf had consumed an entire flask of whiskey to himself, at which point he allowed the students to play a prank on another student named Biggins. They referred to him as a small Gerbine that lived across the hall. In Leaf's drunken state and with Basil's, shall we say,
I was trying to be cool down with the kids.
You formed
BB was in the house.
You formed a conspiracy theory that said student across the hall was somehow responsible for the emergence of the giant elemental elsewhere in the Humblewood. So you picked his lock and kicked his door in. Close to midnight, you're now standing over a cowering student in his dark room, screaming for his life. Ah! 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 As two strangers have just beaten his door down and entered his room. Basil, what would you like to do?
I just kind of turned to look to Leaf. I turned back to look at the kid, and
Leaf?
I'm just like,
"Go on."
Yeah, I'm just like, maybe we've made a mistake. This. I mean, he's just like some small wimpy kid, right?
From next door, Gregory, your slumber is interrupted by the screaming from the room next door. You turn and notice that both Leaf and Basil have not returned to their bunks yet.
Oh dear heavens, what have they done now? I'm gonna get up out of my bed and head to the door and check the hallway. What's going on in the hallway? Is this like racket still going?
Yeah, so it's a few doors up, and you hear whimpering coming from an open door.
Yeah, Gregory's gonna rush towards the open door to see what is.
As you turn into the room, you also spot two perch guard approaching from the other end of the hallway. You enter the room and you find a drunken Leaf, the smell of alcohol in his breath, and slightly swaying on the spot with his greatsword sort of slumped to the floor at his side. Along with Basil behind him, standing over a cowering small Jervine boy in the corner.
How old is this boy?
He's like university age.
Okay, so that'd be about 6 for a Jervine.
But with the small bit of light coming in from the hallway, you see him. He looks rather frail and kind of pale, sweating and shaking in the corner.
Leaf, Basil, what's going on here?
Leaf turns to you. He's like, "We found him. We found him, Gregory. This is the one that summoned forth the thing we ran from in the boot in the
what?
The thing.
It's like he's here.
Yeah,
great infernal being. That can't be possible, Leaf. What are you talking about? What is Basil? What is going on here? Explain yourself.
We interviewed a few students who were having a party, and they said this guy across the hallway had been acting suspiciously, and
you thought he summoned an interdimensional planar being? What are you talking about?
Well, I was running out of options, and the books were getting really boring.
Gregory's gonna rush over to the poor little Jervine on the ground and.
The two perch guard enter the room and sort of like looking around. It's like, what's we had reports of screaming coming down from the hallway here. What's going on here?
He was just experimenting with spells, and he was testing.
They kicked my door in, and they're attacking me. They're bullying me.
We're not at all attacking, sirs.
They kicked your door. Ooh.
What's that I smell? I smell whiskey. You there, Lorday? You drunk? No, I'm not drunk. I've been drinking, but I'm not drunk. All right. Hey, you're not even a student, aren't you? The Defenders of Alderheart are staying here as guests. That's right. We're the Defenders of Alderheart, and I'm a member of the Perch Guard, just like you. I think you better come with us, mate. I think you need to have a little bit of a nap. What? They walk forward and just make to like grab him and drag him away. He's like, wait, I'm a member of the Perch Guard. I'm a captain in the Wildwood Brigade. You can't do this to me. They manhandle him and drag him out of the room. his sword drops to the floor. Like, you hear him just protesting all the way up the hallway as they take him to the drunk tank up in the their guardhouse sphere at the top of the avium.
All right. Okay, Leaf's been taken away. Yeah. I'm just gonna sit this poor Jervine down. Sorry about that, young one. What's your name?
My name's Figgery Figgins.
Figgery Figgins. And what time is it? What is this all racket?
It's nearly midnight. I've been studying all night. I was trying to get to sleep. They started banging on my door. Shouting something about wanting to help me. All I wanted to do was go to sleep.
He's been taken away now. It's okay, little Figgins.
Yes, it was all Leaf. It was 100% all Leaf.
Okay, Basil, I might just ask you to wait outside if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm more than happy. He wanders outside into the hallway.
That's Perch Guard you're wearing, isn't it?
Yes, this old get-up. Yes, it is Perch Guard indeed. Very good eye.
I imagine like you weren't sleeping in your armor, but you've got like Perch Guard pajamas on.
Yeah, he always does. Gregory always has Perch Guard insignia somewhere on his ensemble.
You're with those Defenders of Alderheart.
Well, sometimes it feels it's not so much with them as babysitting them, but yes, I guess that's what you'd call it. Yes.
Oh. No. Okay then. Well, is that the long-eared one's not coming back? Is he?
No. Well, I think he's going to be sleeping his night off in In the cells of the AVM, I think.
Alright, so you notice now under the light of the arcane lamp that's been lit on his bedside table, he's extremely pale and looks kind of sick. His eyelids are heavy, like he hasn't slept in days.
Are you all right, young one? You look a little bit pallid.
He like fidgets a little bit, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm off on sick leave at the moment. I'm trying to get better before the next
Aren't you
semester."
studying? Isn't that what you said you were studying?
I was supposed to be, but I'm
What did you do?
I'm trying to get better before next semester.
How far is that away? What time of year is it?
It's the semesters. They're currently in the middle of like end of semester tests.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is it that you were studying just before you were rudely interrupted by these unfortunate individuals?
Oh, I was just trying to catch up on my usual work. You know, I major in transfiguration.
Transfiguration.
Transmutation, as it's called, sometimes as well.
Yes, of course. I do know.
You keep seeing him.
Transmutation?
You keep seeing him. You know what transmutation is, yeah. It's pretty common school of magic. You keep notice that he keeps glancing towards the window.
What? Can I do like a perception check just to see what's around me, or see what's?
There's nothing out of the ordinary.
Is the window open?
It's not. It's closed. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
and
you just
and he just seems to be very edgy and just like constantly looking at the window and like fidgeting and like you get the you get the inkling that he's hiding something, but
yeah.
I knew it.
You why did you go on and get some rest now, young Jerbine? It seems as though you definitely need it.
Okay then. Okay.
And if you get troubled by these two ever again, just you know where my door is, or come and get me, and I'll sort them out for you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lightfellow.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
As I'm walking out, I just want to do like a cursory like sweep, not sweep of the room, but like really examine what's around as I leave, just to see like if he's got weird books on his desk, shit like that.
Okay. No perception check required. I'll just tell, like you don't see anything out of the ordinary. Everything in his room seems pretty standard. Books, stationery. Not.
Is it a tidy room?
Yeah, it's quite tidy. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna walk out of his door, and is his door fucked?
No, it was picked, and then they sort of just like turned the handle and booted it open violently. So.
Okay, so it's all good. All right, I'm just gonna close the door gently and turn around. And is Basil outside, or is he gone?
I don't know. Basil, where have you?
I'm just outside. I'm just in the hallway.
All right.
So I was literally just outside the door.
Basil, do you care to explain all this?
Like
I want to slowly walk towards my.
I'll walk with you.
Yeah.
I'll walk with you. Like I said, some of the students were saying that he was acting suspiciously, and we knocked on the door initially to ask him if we could contact him, or if we could speak to him, and he sounded like he was hiding something, and so I decided to unlock the door. Leaf then decided once the door was unlocked to kick it open, and that's where you found us.
Yes,
How was he
screeching.
acting?
Well, he was acting a little bit suspicious, now that you do mention it, but I really don't think you went about this the right way, Basil. There's been several things in the past couple of days that show me that even though you approached me several days ago about reforming your old ways, your banditry ways, that you might not be quite so close to a reformation as you may have thought. This I know the crawl creature wasn't pleasant, but he did deserve a fair trial. After we had disarmed him, I cannot make sense of, with my own conscience, why you would kill him in cold blood like that, but...
I think he was another person from my past, and I think it was just a knee-jerk reaction to eliminate another thing that can expose me, even though I've already been exposed and I've already come to terms with my past. It was just another shadow that was, over the top of me. And that's why I decided to shoot him down, similar in the way that I killed Frey. These are both they are both guilty parties. I do understand that they should have had a fair trial, that they should have seen the courts and been put to whatever trial or whatever punishment they got from the courts, but I felt like I needed to kill him, and so I acted. And I know he's dead. I don't know if he's rotting in some cell in Alderheart. I don't know if he was actually got let off of his crimes because there wasn't enough evidence. I know he's dead. I know that he is rotting, and I know that he will never, ever do the things that he did. Because he did some terrible things in his time with the banditry. As have I.
Yes.
As have I.
This, two wrongs do not equate to a right, though, Basil, unfortunately.
No.
He could have, been rotting in a cell as opposed to in the ground. That would have been the same effect. And he has time to ponder on his own actions and can possibly contribute to society once he is released, if he is released.
I presume at this point we've probably got to our rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just standing in the entranceway of my room or wherever I'm staying. I just turn to Gregory and just completely cold in his face, and he just says, "That man didn't deserve redemption. That man didn't deserve to be brought back into society. The best that person can be is food for the maggots and the worms that will devour his body over time." And he just walks inside.
Oh.
Brutal.
Yummy.
Well, all right. So, wait. I guess. Sorry, I forgot. I guess the screaming would have worked Kashmir as well. But anyway, we.
And the Kashmir is just
Cashmere's sound asleep, just having a good dreaming about food.
All right, so you return to bed. The morning comes. A messenger comes down from the jailhouse to tell you about your jail boy that's up there now. They said that they've sent a messenger to Alderheart and the bandits and the Wildwood Fortress to determine some disciplinary action for Leaf. Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, he will remain in the drunk tank.
Gregory's not sure if he wants to go visit Leaf.
And you can claim him at some point in the following days.
He's quite cranky.
So, the next morning, you're free to return to your research.
Yes. I think I'm just gonna, if anyone else asks about Leaf, it's fine, but Gregory's just gonna continue about his research. He's gonna let Leaf ponder his actions.
Cool.
Same with Basil.
Right,
Leaf
cool.
can sober up, but talk with Gregory last night has hit him hard, and he's realised he has been quite irresponsible with his new given responsibilities, so he should keep his mind on task and not fret with the freshmen.
Very good. Do all three of you head to the library?
I think so. Yeah,
Alright.
Kashmir does.
Alright, cool. So, where we last left your research off, you had discovered an excerpt on the Scorch Grove, revealing that the entity that you saw was most likely some sort of elemental force pulled from a nearby plane of existence. You also began researching on the Great Calamity following this. Which sort of gave hints that said entity may have been called forth by someone on this side of the material plane. The next page, however, was missing. It was torn out of the book, strangely.
That's right.
You reported it to Morden, and he seemed quite outraged by it and said he would report it to the dean.
We also found out and realised that it was quite recently it had been pulled out. It hadn't been pulled out like many, many, many years ago. We're talking within the past couple of weeks, I think. At least.
So, yeah, basically the calamity happened a century earlier and the same thing happened, and it was, and it's sort of happening again, whatever it was. You then...
Are there classes on at the moment? Just wondering.
What? Oh, yeah.
Are there classes on at the moment?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Okay.
You then produce some books to begin researching elemental creatures. So with this to return to, you descend to the library. Morden is there when you arrive, and he says he has some business to attend to somewhere else in the school and leaves.
Oh, damn it.
Shortly after. So you're free to... Yes?
Yeah, Gregory, I think Gregory's going to give Basil the cold shoulder a little bit. And he's going to do his own investigations into, if you recall, Josh, the
signs of the elk and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. So while you're off doing that, Basil and Kashmir continue their research into elemental creatures. After several hours of poring over different books, you finally find an excerpt. Specifically, there's plenty of materials in the library on elemental creatures, but colossal-sized elemental creatures are a fairly narrow avenue, so it's easy to hone in on what you're looking for, and you find plenty of materials. Gonna get rid of a typo in this one. So after many hours of research, you come up with this excerpt here. Elemental creatures composed of fire that also possess earth elemental traits tend to be incredibly strong and durable, and do not appear to retain their vulnerability to cold-type magics. However, cold-type magic should theoretically be able to, and then the next passage, continued on the next page, has been ripped out of the book again.
So is that just myself and Basil that see that?
That is you two, yes.
Basil.
Yeah, sorry, I dozed off there for a little bit.
Did you see this passage?
He has a look and he puts a finger on it and reads elemental creatures. And there's another page missing, is there?
Yes, but you see what it says about cold type magic theoretically be able to maybe it means make them vulnerable to damage or something. I'm not sure.
Possibly. I mean, it makes sense. Fire doesn't like cold.
Isn't it some strange coincidence that just yesterday I learned how to do this spell, and I will cast
the snowball spell.
Oh, no.
Where you just yeet him at the wall or something.
I'll just as best I can away from the books. It's only a 5-foot radius, so
Okay, cool. Yeah, you find a choice spot of empty tile floor where you conjure some snowballs and yeet them at the floor. Roll, is that a roll to hit spell usually?
It's not. It's a saving throw spell.
All right, just give me a roll to hit for it instead.
Sure. Okay, that's a plus 6.
Sweet.
So 9.
9? Alright, not too bad. And also roll a d20 for me.
Oh,
No. Okay.
Cashmere single-handedly destroyed the library that day.
fireball on person
A
again.
century of research. No, that's fine. Yeah, some of the you notice some of the snow like splatters on the side of the bookshelf, but it just misses all the books, and you breathe a sigh of relief really quick.
It might be a coincidence, or it could be that.
I mean, I'm just saying that maybe if we do come across this thing again, we actually have a chance of holding our ground.
A little bit more, yeah. I have a feeling we might need something a bit more powerful. As powerful as that magic is, it may need to be something a bit better.
Well, I think maybe then we should look for more cold type magics.
I think that's
perhaps.
a good idea. I just want to know who's stealing all these ripped out pages.
That does seem rather unusual, doesn't it?
Every time we find information that we need, or find details that would help us, they seem to be ripped out, as if there's a trail that's trying to be covered over.
It's almost like some kind of story device to make us go and search for these papers.
Yeah. Well, I do have a theory about that, but Gregory doesn't approve of it. I might make myself...
Wait, what is the theory? What happened last night, Basil? Why is Gregory so mad at you? And where is Leaf?
Leaf got quite drunk and partied with some of the freshmen. He then proceeded to, after I unlocked a door for him, moved into a student's room who apparently is acting very strange and weird. Even Gregory agreed that he was acting weird, but upon going in there, he woke up and is shouting. The perch guard came, found him drunk, and took him into hiding. Or not into hiding, what am I talking about? Took him to the cell or dungeon or whatever they have here.
Wait, took
branch.
Leaf into the cells?
Yes, so he will stay there until he sobers up. And he was quite drunk.
I'll be back, and I'm going to rush out towards the cells.
Okay, you duck off screen?
Gregory, yeah, how far away? Where's Gregory at this point? Like, is he quite heavily
Gregory's
distracted?
just around.
Yeah, he's at his own table, occasionally going to the bookshelves.
I'm still quite suspicious about this guy, so I'm just trying to wonder if I should... I'm committing to it. That's against Gregory, currently studying.
To do what?
To try and sneak out without him noticing.
Oh, we'll roll a perception check then, Gregory.
So I kind of prop up some books and prop up some books in an area that he might have seen me, and just make it look like I'm just gathering more information. And then once there's enough packed up so we can't see the chair of where I was sitting, I'm going to sneak out.
All right, then.
And head towards this student's room.
Okay. So Basil also exits the scene. Gregory, you're spending... Yeah. Oh, yes, go on.
No, I was just going to say, how's my research going?
Well, yeah, you're spending your morning carrying out your research. Much like the day before, it's hard to find anything that doesn't look at the religions and the gods from a scientific standpoint. You're having a hard time finding anything mystical. But in frustration, you walk back down a row of bookshelves. You're flicking through some books, and all of a sudden you swear you feel some presence behind you. You feel the hairs stand up sort of on the back of your neck. You can't help but get the feeling you're being watched.
Ooh. Yeah, I was gonna do the old the classic look around.
As you turn around, behind you there is a wizened old Corvum in a deep purple robe standing there with milky white eyes. Josh, are you in the chat right now?
Yes, I am.
All right. Would you like to introduce your character?
Yes, this is Edgar Poe, a very old, like Josh said, withered Corvum, but still still some sprite. He's not hunched over or anything like too particular. He's still got some liveliness considering his age.
Hmm.
Oh, hello, Egapo.
So,
But yeah, that's it for now.
okay. As you glance behind you, and yeah, this figure is just all of a sudden just standing there.
Oh, gods above. Gee, oh.
Hello, dear fellow.
How are you there? Gregory Lightfeather at your service, sir. I'm sorry. Gregory Lightfeather at your service.
Yes. Caw. Hello. My name is Ikapo.
Hey, Capo, pleasure to meet you. What are you doing in these in the library these days around here? These parts?
I'm a teacher here. I teach elemental magic.
Elemental magics, you say? Oh, yes.
Yes.
That's interesting, actually.
What are you doing here? You don't look like a student.
No. I'm actually I was sent from Alderheart by the council. We're researching, interestingly enough, an elemental creature that cropped up over at the Scotch Grove.
Fantastic.
And such happenstance. You happen to be in the library while we were researching it.
Yes.
Gregory's
Very
gonna look around and see if he can. There's none of these other people in the
No.
in the library, are they? He's just looking for Kashmir. Deus Ex Corp. Oh dear.
Agapo sort of starts noticing that he's like looking around and so like looks behind to see what he's looking at. It's like, are you looking for someone?
Oh, I could have sworn there were a small little hedge fellow and Gerbine. Is Basil a Gerbine?
He is a German.
Basil is a Gerbine.
Yeah.
You didn't see them around, did you?
I think I might have seen them. I saw the little one, the hedge one. You said
Yes.
run out
Kashmir.
and then yes. I think I might have seen the other one slink off after him.
Well, anyhow, are the books that they were studying still on the tables?
Yes.
I think this is their research just here. If you want to
Oh yes, let's have a peruse of this.
also notice that some of the passages appear to have pages torn. I don't know if you know anything about that. Any of your students show a keen interest in elemental magics, possibly?
Oh, none spring to mind. But let me.
So good.
It's like,
so much.
Let me have a look at these books. You say some pages were missing?
Yes. From here and here, the rips appear to be relatively recent. It appears, I think.
I guess that's looking over the different books, different pages, and just slowly it's just like.
I want to do an insight check on Edgar.
Okay.
Just to see if he's like all the. Oh wow.
That's pretty-
you just see an old man teacher, just like real super helpful, that's just popped up in the library. So
Okay. All right. Gregory's just gonna roll with it. He's another old soul studying. He feels it.
right, so I guess you two return to the table together and start poring over this elemental creature's research. You first pick up that excerpt that Basil and Kashmir found earlier. The page is still sitting open on the table.
Code type magics. Interesting. Very interesting.
And
So you're trying to find information to beat a fire elemental? Oh.
Well, I'm not sure if it's a. I mean, I assume it's a fire elemental. It looked quite terrifying, to be honest. I'm not sure if you've ever seen a.
Oh yes,
I-
many, very terrifying.
Why are you not out fighting them? Do you know magics? You're a teacher here.
It's been quite some time since I fought one. Finding it hard to remember what we used. Oh,
How old is Edgar Poe?
He looks extremely old. His feathers are more grey than black now. He doesn't even have pupils. His eyes are almost completely milky white.
Oh. Does it look as though he would have been around with the cataclysm?
Unlikely. It was a century ago, and not many people live to be that old. So
Okay.
I guess he's gonna be sort of get lost in thought while thinking about the subject.
Yeah. Okay. Gregory's just gonna go. Edgar, sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
you seem to know a fair amount about these elemental creatures. Is it? I know it's impossible.
No, please. What did you ask, my son?
Did you fight in the cataclysm?
Oh. No.
No, of
think
course not.
so.
That would be an impossibility for Colvum to live that long. Sorry, but how is it that you come to know so much about? I mean, you study it, but all these creatures.
I devoted my life to learning the elementals, and since I was a young hatchling, I've wanted to be learn all I can about the elementals. I've been chosen. I'm a sorcerer, specializing in the primordial magic and everything that it comes to be with them. Just from that study alone and my own pondering, I've come to learn as much as I can. But there's still much to learn. That's why I'm still here under this roof, in this library, learning that there all is to learn.
Edgar. God.
Oh,
it might be possible that your knowledge could come to fruition now that the great elemental being is threatening our forests and the great tree.
yes. That all sounds very scary.
Oh yes, it's genuinely terrifying. I was surprised my pants weren't stained brown.
So you and your comrades are looking to fight for, or to free the world of these elemental threats.
I can't fucking do this, man.
I love it so much.
Oh.
I'm gonna start adding squeak to every sentence I say now.
Yes, well, that would be the ultimate end goal. I'm not sure I myself have the capability to successfully do it. Or even, I think maybe Kashi shows promise with his magical learning. But he still needs to go a long way to be able to banish something of that might, I think.
I just had a thought.
Yes, speak.
I remember there being some pages somewhere here, encased in glass.
In glass? In pages?
I can't quite remember where it is though.
Well, yes, let us get up and go and look. Gregory's been invigorated. He's like all perked up and
all right,
like almost bouncing.
Okay, so you set off in between the many rows of books in the library. Edgar Poe seems to be lost at the best of times. He's kind of walking back and forth. He's like, no, not here, not there, car, no. Walking around. After a good 10 minutes of wandering around, you finally spot it. at the end of the row. A small stone pedestal sitting there with a glass display cabinet on top, about a cubic foot in size. Inside it, a set of burnt parchment pages suspended in the midair, slowly rotating with slight magic glow about them.
Damn. Yeah, I wanna get all up in that shiz.
Alright, so you move over to it. It's unlocked, so it's easy enough to open. You can only assume that these pages are kept inside this cabinet to keep them from deteriorating further. It looks like they have been burnt by something, and it's just a few shreds of ancient parchment.
Just
Upon
look
which,
real old.
yep, upon which you find this excerpt.
Ooh.
Can we get some more intrigue music, please, Adam?
Yeah, sorry. It's just about to loop. It's looping, so
Okay.
the loops just come in as you asked. It should be there.
After its
Just
defeat,
carry on.
we stored. After its defeat, the aspect of ice lost a single shard. The Borealis was sealed away. A dance of fire and ice maintains the wood's balance. If the fire wanes, it must wane slowly. Only then will its energies have time to ebb away. That's what you find.
How intriguing.
Oh, yes. Even
After
I'm
its
at the
defeat, the aspect of ice is lost.
Should you show this to your comrades?
Can
Yes,
I have
yes,
come back by this point, Josh?
Where did you go? Did you go up to check on leave?
I think I tried to find the cells and then maybe got lost and was too embarrassed to ask where the prison was.
Okay. Alright. So what we'll say is Gregory and Edgar, with these excerpts, carefully take them back to the table for the rest of the research.
Oh, we removed them from the cabinet.
Oh, well, you had to read them. It's up to you. Do you want to take them or put them back in?
If we're allowed to, under Edgar's guidance.
Yeah, I'm sure you're with. It seems.
Edgar allows.
Yeah, it seems like you're with. Well, yes, a very senior member of faculty has allowed you to remove it, so you bring it back to the table. You quickly glance at a few more elemental pages, and just as Kashi is arriving back in the room, you find one more interesting excerpt in one of the books. This one. Older elementals have strong connections to the energy of their aspected element. This connection can be so strong that... But once again, the next page has been ripped out, and the passage cannot be finished.
If I find the guy who keeps ripping these pages halfway through sentences, I swear to God.
What a bunch of bastards.
What a silly person.
So at this point, Kashi is returning back into the room.
Oh,
There you are, Kashi. Where'd you go off to?
but I was trying to find Leaf. I was trying to find. Basil said that he got taken to a cell.
Yes, rightly so.
Doesn't sound right to me. But I couldn't find. I just came back here.
Oh, you went to go and find him, did you?
I couldn't find it. I came back here.
Well,
Yes.
Edgar, how busy are you?
Oh, there's a hello.
Oh, yeah, Kashmir, this is Edgar. Poe, this is Kashmir, the hedge fellow.
Hello, little one.
What-
I am I do like a little bow.
I'll wave at him. Does he wave back?
He waves back.
Okay, so he can't see. He can't see. All right.
Uh,
Thought he might have been blind, but. Did you see? Basil and I found something. We were researching, and we found a thing about cold magics and fire elementals, and that fire elementals can maybe be affected by cold magics. Did you see what we found?
yes, we found a few extra things actually, Kashi. If you see here, be very careful. This one is very, very old. He's gonna show Kashi the burnt page on the table and the extra book that they also found from the extra except.
Right.
Were both of those extra passages from the burnt pages, or just the one about the ice shard?
Just the ice shard was isolated on these burnt pages in suspended animation. Yeah.
And did they look like they had been burnt by mundane fire or arcane fire? Is there a way to that I could determine that?
No, there's no way to tell.
They just look like burnt pages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What time of day is it right now, Josh?
It's still there's a good part of the day left to go. It's maybe just after midday.
But now that you do mention it, Kashi, I think he's had time to think about his actions and sober up somewhat. Edgar, do you mind if we go and get this troublemaker of ours?
Certainly not.
You can come along if you wish, but
If you don't mind, I could use the exercise.
What did you say that you taught here at the school, Edgar?
I teach the elemental magic.
Elemental magics. I'm quite good with elemental magics.
Really?
You
You have to show me sometime.
I will cast the snowball.
Roll the hit again.
Okay. Natty 20, baby.
That's right. Yeah. You cast a very fast, very yeety snowball, just hits the floor at light speed.
Before it hits the floor, the Edgar casts Ray of Frost at it.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Roll the hit.
Did that roll?
Cool. You don't intercept it mid-air because Kashi rolled a 20, but you make a nice display of turning it into a slippery patch of ice on the floor.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well, I hope I don't have to clean that up, Edgar.
No. I'll handle it, little one. Oh.
I must say, I'm a lot better at the making things cold than, not making them cold.
With time, you'll learn it all.
I do hope so. So, are we allowed to get Leaf out, Gregory?
Yes. We'll go and fetch him now.
So, as you're having this conversation, Edgar Poe, you notice something strange from behind Kashmir and Gregory. You notice some dark shadows sneaking up on them, moving towards them in very strange ways. Very out of the ordinary what their shadows are doing. They seem to be moving, suddenly stopped reacting to the flickering of the floating candles and major lights around the room, and their shadows seem to be moving independently now. They seem to have detached. You see the outline of Gregory Lightfeather and Kashmir sneaking along the bookshelves towards their real counterparts.
Wait, what?
This is what Edgar's seeing. You guys don't notice it.
Yeah.
We're dawdling towards the door, Kyle. Kashi.
What?
With no warning, yelled from Edgar Poe. everyone roll for initiative. Okay.
Oh, shit! You got this, Edgar! What have you done to me?
What?
Do we have to select the tokens first?
Yeah. Wait till it finishes
Gotta
loading in.
Some research papers. Right, where are we in the library, Josh?
Sorry?
Where are we in the library?
Okay, so we'll put you guys. I'm gonna need an ice patch for the.
I can draw one.
I'll drag you guys in.
I'm already there.
Wait. Alright, very good. So we'll say, so you guys just got up from the research tables, so I'm gonna put. Oh my god, that's the. I hate that ice.
From my other campaigns, it's like you're hiding behind a rock. There's no rock there. Hold up a second. Right rock.
Right.
How about that? There we
Oh,
go.
that's so much better.
Get that out of here. All right.
Oi.
Oh, that's cool. Does
Now
that
it's got
ice
arms.
have sunglasses?
Well, I can't unsee that now. Thank you.
It definitely
Wait,
looks
where
like
is it?
doesn't it?
On the right hand side, it's like a
On the
helmet.
right side,
with
yeah.
goggles.
It's like snow goggles.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll put you two here.
Oh boy. All right. All right. I'll re-roll initiative, Josh.
Yes. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's not
Thank you, boys.
okay.
Not too bad.
That's not okay.
What?
No, the two
Just
sectors,
north of you.
Just there.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
at least one of them rolled low.
So Josh,
Polar
to,
opposite.
to roll for initiative, you got to select your token and then press it. Don't worry about it this time. I'll just put it in manually. Otherwise, it doesn't add it to the turn tracker.
Oh, okay. So you got to do initiative.
Yeah,
Right,
different from the Pathfinder one. So you select your token. You select your token, but you do it in D&D Beyond. But select your token first.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, sweet. That's cool. I put it in manually. All right. So there's going to be a surprise round for the shadows.
Great.
How dare you protect us?
All right, so
Edgar's still getting the grasp of the situation at the moment.
yeah, in
Edgar
sync.
looks
These two shadows, one in the shape of Gregory Lightfeather, one in the shape of Cashmere, accost you both from behind. All right, so Cashmere. All right, so a 9 to hit Cashmere, so a miss, and a
That's not-
6 to hit Gregory, also a miss. So at the last second, you guys feel this strange breeze wisp over the back of your necks, and you turn and see these very, very strange shadows burrowing down at you. You sidestep both of their attacks, and then normal combat. Top of the round from Shadow on the right. Gregory's Shadow. It tries again.
Oh, yeah. I don't. Yeah, okay, cool.
A 22 to hit this time.
That'll
That's
get
better.
through.
It's better than
That'll
that
get
six.
through.
You take 11 necrotic damage.
Holy
Oh.
fuck, these things are strong. What the fuck is happening?
And your strength score is reduced by 2.
Wait, what?
Not permanently, but
I know, but I didn't know if that kind of shit existed in D&D. I knew it
So
existed
my
in
strength
Pathfinder.
score is
Oh.
reduced by 2. How do I do that?
That's
there's a manual override on D&D.
Customize.
Yeah.
Saving throw override.
If
No?
you click on your strength score, you should be able to override it.
And you can just click on like minuses. And then when you click off,
Strength score. Oh, here we go. Override modifier -2. Does that work?
It should
Oh,
work.
no.
Yeah, I mean, did your strength score change?
Strength is minus.
The override, I'm pretty sure you put the score in that you want it to be.
Oh, right. Okay. So instead of being 15, it's 13.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, sweet. It's your turn.
Okay. I would like to cleanse the unholy.
Ooh.
Or turn the unholy. So Gregory's gonna present his
Brand.
shield emblazoned with the antlers of Kyrith and the insignia of Ardea.
Okay. It makes a wisdom saving throw. If it fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. Just spend its turn moving as far and it can't. Alright, cool. What is the DC?
How do I tell that?
Should be just your spell DC.
DC 13.
Wait. 2 wisdom saves. The one, Kashmir's Shadow, rolled a 9. The other one rolled a 16. So Kashmir's Shadow succumbs to it. And it will spend its turn fleeing. Cat, do you want to do anything else?
I'd just like to kind of try and edge, if I can. I know I can't on the actual screen, but I'd try to edge between the shadow in front of me and Kashi, just to try and, like, you know.
Alright, cool.
Protect
Like this,
Kashi
it's
a
not
little bit.
possible to do it, but I know you mean
Yeah,
like
yeah.
lore-wise.
You
yeah.
know what I mean,
Gotcha.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, thematically.
Yeah, cool. Gotcha. Kashmir.
I think Kashi is very, very scared at what the fuck is happening because he thought this was a safe space. So he does the first thing that comes to his mind, which is the spell he's been casting all day.
Right.
So I'm going to cast Snowball Swarm on the shadow in front of me, even though I know it's going to hit all 4 of us.
Ooh, alright. It makes a dex save?
Yep, we all have to make dex saves.
Cool. I would say if it's... Did you say it's 5 foot radius, yeah?
Yep.
It's not going to go through the shelves, I'm going to say. So
just hit me in the shadow.
where are you centering this said radius?
On top of that shadow, I'm just throwing snowballs at him in a swarm.
On top of the one in front of Gregory?
No, on top of the one in front of me.
In front of you? Okay, cool. I'll say... Yeah, if it's right on top of him, we'll say, yeah, it comes out in like a column, so it doesn't hit... It's just you and the shadow.
Cool.
Yep.
Alright, I rolled a 12, which also fails.
It rolled a 4, so...
That fails. So we both take 12 cold damage.
Brutal. That will interrupt its turn as well. Its turn undead as well, so it's not gonna
Yeah, I
flee.
know. Damn it.
But it actually takes half damage. Is cold damage? Yeah. Yeah. All right. So it has resistance. So it takes 6. So you see the snowball passes through its shadowy form, but you do see some cold residue in this patch of frozen air sort of coagulate over its core, and you hear like a
Yeah, good. Real good.
Is there any other effect or just the damage?
I believe it's just the damage.
Edgar Poe, it's your turn.
I'm going to. Can I do magic through
The ally
Kashmir?
space? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So I want to use chromatic orb,
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
and I want to use it for lightning damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna target at this guy here.
Okay.
So to do it, do I click on my character and then?
so
so
go to
click on the
Beyond and click on cast on Chromatic Orb.
Yeah. And then choose the damage I want. Just gonna be lightning and then submit.
Yep, there you go.
Very good.
Nice.
12
a tw-
lightning.
A 20 to
and
hit.
a 20.
Are you a sorcerer, Josh?
C.
You can use a sorcery point to reroll both of those 2s if you want.
I will do that. How do I do that?
Oh wait, no, don't worry. That's the thing that I've got.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
sweet.
I've got
right.
empowered spell.
So Edgar conjures a ball of lightning, sort of weaving his hands around in a globe shape as this ball of lightning appears in his hands, and then thrusts it forwards, whizzes past Gregory's head, impacts the shadow. There's a crackling of energy over the air in the shadow space, and you hear another wistful howl as it continues accosting Gregory. Just it takes 6 damage of your 12.
Brutal.
You do have that thing, Josh, by the way. Oh wait.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you do. So yeah. You can do that
Alright.
next time.
The other shadow, upon taking damage, returns to attacking Kashmir.
No.
A 16 to hit.
That meets. Yep.
You take 9 damage.
I will use my reaction to cast Spiny Shield.
Okay.
Can I? I can't proactively do it. Sorry.
Yeah.
The attack's target on you.
So he takes 2d4.
But Kyle's already done the spiny thing anyway.
What
So
type
don't
of
worry.
damage is it?
I imagine it'd be piercing.
Piercing damage, yes. So I take 2d4 less piercing damage. How do I cast this? There we go. Spine shield. Oof.
Rough.
Can I use a sorcery point to re-roll those?
I mean, yeah, it's a
Empowered
spell. It's a
when you roll damage for a spell. I don't know if I'm rolling damage though, technically.
I will count it as damage. I think it's fine.
Okay, I'll re-roll 2d4. Alright. I'll take 3 less damage and he'll take 3 piercing damage.
Okay, sweet. He takes 1. Oh no, it is magical damage. Hold up.
I don't think it is magical damage.
Oh, it's a spell, so it's magical damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Piercing and
Alright,
slashing
so I
from
take-
non. Oh no, you will take piercing and slashing from non-magic. Yeah, he takes.
So if it's non-magical piercing, he reduces it.
Yeah, so but it's magical piercing, so he'll take the
Yeah,
full
so
3
it's-
damage.
And I take 6.
Yep. But you also take 4 damage to your strength. Strength is reduced by 4.
And my strength is reduced by 4.
Yes.
Alright.
The other one continues to attack Gregory.
Can I use protection on myself?
Don't think you can.
What does it say?
Attacks a
Yeah,
target
it's-
other than you.
Yeah. It rolled a 6 to hit though, so you're fine. You sort of push your shield up, and its shadowy tendrils just can't find purchase on your body, and it's your turn.
Gregory is pissed, man. He's just gonna overhand swing with his warhammer. But
Hoo-yah!
21.
Alright.
Oh,
And
nice.
I would also like to.
Ooh.
Oh, nice, dude.
In
So is it
addition to
undead
the
or a fiend?
it is, so roll 2d8.
Yes.
Plus 1d8.
Sorry?
Yeah,
2d8
so it's-
plus 1d8.
if it's a first level spell,
Oh,
so
are
it's
you doing a second level?
No, if it's a
No.
fiend, it's plus 1d6.
Oh,
Is it
I just
undead
say,
or
yeah,
fiend?
I didn't read that far. Yeah, go for it.
It's 3d8 plus 7.
Sweet.
Whew,
It's
17
2d8.
damage.
17
Fine.
damage. It is doubled to fucking 30 something damage. I don't know. Either way, Gregory's hammer glows with radiant energy as he brutally swings it down on this shadow. As it makes contact, the shadow just makes a screeching noise and just sort of dissolves into thin air.
That's the trick. Radiant damage, fellows. Radiant damage.
Cashmere, it's your turn.
Whatever that means.
Kashi did not expect to spend today being attacked by fucking shadows. So he is going to curl up into a ball
All right.
On the cobblestones.
on the cobblestones, yes.
Yep. It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
See if it pays off for him.
Yeah, I'm going to use my curl,
Curl
up.
up. All right, sweet. Edgar Poe, it's your turn.
Edgar seeing Kashmir roll up into a ball, cast firebolt at the ghosty thing.
Nice. Roll the hit.
Wow.
Oh, it
Oh.
misses.
Ooh.
It goes. It
Oh.
sets several books on fire behind the shadow. It's like, woof, fireball into the bookshelf. That is a critical miss, my friend.
Yeah, GG.
Just, oh dear. All right.
Oh.
The shadow now bears down on
Oh.
the seemingly defenseless Kashmir in front of it, extending several tendrils to wrap around him. It rolls a 6. It misses.
Yes.
Takes damage, yeah?
Only.
Oh, if it
It
hits
missed.
you.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
If
No, if it
misses
misses.
with a melee
Yep.
attack with curl up, it takes
Yep.
2d4 damage.
2d4 piercing damage.
5 damage, baby.
Non-magical, so it's reduced to 2.
That's fine.
Minus 2.
Oh, blue.
So
Get
yeah, it
quill.
misses. Yeah, the quills just kind of pass through its tendrils and it makes a screeching noise. You see like bits of the shadow sort of crumbling away on the back like Ashiok's face from Magic the Gathering. Gregory, it's your turn.
Alright, seeing the one in front of me just evaporated, getting evaporated. Sorry, I'm just gonna spin around and Kashi's curled up into a ball, right?
Yeah.
So Gregory can like kind of easily step over the top of him and like
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
like,
you can get a
swing-
hit in from there. That's fine.
Swing across the top, like kind of like and just like bash
Yep.
the thing from here. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. But with a 14.
That is a hit.
Nice.
All right. I would also like to expend another.
Right,
spell
more radiant
slot to
damage.
cast Divine Smite.
Cool, roll damage.
Is that bludgeoning damage getting? Ooh, only 7. Fuck.
Alright.
Plus. Oh wow.
+2, so that's 9.
The 9, it's doubled to 18.
Light.
It's fine. Again, a center hit and just radiant. There's a flash of radiant light, and as everyone's vision sort of focuses again, the shadow is gone. Alright, combat over.
What in the blazes is going on in this bloody university?
You have some interesting friends, Carl.
These are not my friends.
Calm yourself, young one.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
Are the books still on fire?
Yes, several books are still on fire on the shelf.
Kashi, I think, please, and thank
Gregory?
you.
We're being attacked!
No, we're fine. Just put the books out, please. You just know.
The book.
Yeah, stop.
I'll spin around, and the only source of water I can see is a wet patch on the floor.
I guess, yeah.
And I'll use the cantrip shape water to douse the books.
Alright, sweet. You put the
Even
fires
though-
out, and yeah, you put the fires out. Several of the books are now saturated with water.
I do not know how we are going to explain that to Mordain, but
What do you mean? Explain. He. This it was.
Conjuring magic! I remembered! The
What?
books!
Conjuring.
The books! All the different things you guys showed me, the research you have done. Something's clicked. We need to go deeper. Researching of elementals, the researching of these ghost things that just attacked us.
How can you be
Yes.
so calm, Edgar? We're just attacked by shadows.
What?
Yes, those shadows. What in the 7 hells was that?
Ah,
Oh,
doesn't matter. We have no
Well,
time for this.
anyhow,
We must research. We must find more about these elementals. We must. Yes. Don't worry about this. Let's go.
Where's that blasted librarian anyway? Gregory's gonna go try and find that librarian.
As
Catch-
you wander up that column of books there, Gregory, something catches your eye. There's a scrunched up piece of paper laying on the floor in the center of the hallway there.
Yoink. I'll pick it up.
All right. So as you pick it up and unscrunch it to examine it, it seems to be some sort of it seems to be a page torn from a book and scrunched up with some sort of magical text on it that you can't read.
Gregory's just gonna pocket it for now, and he's gonna go see if the librarian's here.
At this point, you actually do hear some sort of fuss coming from the entrance where Kashmir came in, back over here.
Oh, this way.
Yeah, Morden, the librarian, wanders in. His eyes wide. He sort of glances down at the patch of snow, slowly melting snow on the floor. He smells, burning sulfur in the air. He stops. He's like, "What's going on here? What have you done to big patch of ice on the floor?" And he sort of storms past and looks out the hallway next to Kashmir. "Oh, what's that smell?" He sees the saturated bookshelf and destroyed books. He's like, "What's the meaning of this?"
Oh,
Casts invisibility on himself.
actually.
Yes.
Oh shit.
What is going on here?
Cash is the ball. He's catatonic and unresponsive.
Morden, I'm very sorry, sir. I would like to ask you the same thing. We were just attacked out of nowhere by two, not sure quite how to describe, two shadowy beasts that it looked like myself and Kashi here. Came out. Where's Edgar's just invisible.
Yep, you can't see him. He's nowhere to be seen.
Where is do you know Edgar Poe, the university lecturer here?
No, never. I don't know when you Edgar Poe. Maybe he's new. I don't know. Why? Why do you even ask?
It was very old, actually. I mean, because he was doing research with us before, and also he happened to be around when those sprites attacked us, and and also your books caught fire.
Well, what do you mean they caught fire?
Oh, it wasn't me. That was actually Edgar as well.
Right,
such tall tales. It's very believable, I guess, isn't it? The strange Corvum that casts spells and lit your books on fire, and specters, and this day gets better and better.
All right. Well, is anybody hurt by these things? Does anyone need to go to the infirmary? Are you okay?
No, just
You actually
superficial wounds mostly. I'm okay.
Kashi will raise his hand from a curled up position.
So you notice
I would like to go, please.
Yeah, you see Kashmir's hands actually trembling quite a lot from the big strength suck that he got. Yeah, even Gregory, you're feeling like slightly weakened, but not as bad as Kashi's. And he's like, "Oh, of course, I'll just wait right here. I'll summon help." He
continue to fetal ball on the ground.
He touches his amulet, and a few minutes later, some perch guard arrive with a stretcher, and they put Kashi on it. It's like, we'll get him to the infirmary right away. He'll be fine. He'll be got one of the best restoration magics in all of the Humblewood. You'll be alright, little buddy. You're right there? You right there, mate?
It was.
Alright, come on, let's get him up to the infirmary. He'll be fine. Maybe this is the one that likes to eat. Maybe we'll get him some food and he'll make you feel much better. You like chocolate? You like chocolate, little guy?
Yes.
Oh, let's get you some chocolate then on the way, huh?
I'm gonna uncurl and look desperately for chocolate.
Reminds you that animation of the hedgehog uncurling for the food on the tweezer. He's like,
That's what it looks like.
Gregory's gonna accompany the guys with the stretcher.
Cool.
And confusedly looking about for Edgar as well.
Right, okay. Sweet, so you guys exit the library. Meanwhile, what's Basil up to?
Basil has gone back to the apartment of the guy they disturbed last night.
Okay.
He would like to do a perception check, like put an ear to the wall and see if he can hear anything. And he'll spend some time listening in unless he thinks there's going to be people coming down the hallway.
Alright, roll a perception check.
Don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything, no.
Okay. I'll just wait until I know that the coast is clear, and then I would like to pick the lock.
Alright. Roll the lock
Now,
pick
how
check.
do I roll
I
again?
can't remember if there's a way to roll it directly as a tool, but just roll dex check plus your proficiency modifier.
So this will be +2. Oh fuck.
Alright, so
Nah,
there's a loud snap as you break the hair clip that you're picking the lock with. You hear a jerk from inside, a chair screech on the floor. He's like,
I
hello?
bolt down the hallway, leaving the pin in the door. Run down and hide behind the closest, with my back to it, with just his little fucking hamster heart just beating.
Sweet.
Not a hamster, field mouse heart just beating. And then he goes, yeah, just kind of sitting there, just and then after maybe a few minutes, if nothing's happened, he's just gonna go back to the library.
Okay. So you intercept as you round the corner in the atrium heading towards the elevator, and you see a limp, trembling Kashmir on a stretcher being carried by two perch guard and Gregory walking behind him.
Basil rushes forwards. What happened? What did I miss?
Oh, we were bloody attacked again, weren't we? That seems can't go 10 minutes without getting attacked by bloody bandits or specters or bloody flaming sprites. Oh,
Attacked? Who were you attacked by? Was it one of the students?
no, it was two bloody incorporeal specter things that looked like myself and Kashi. And there was an old Corvin dude thing, like he was his name was Edgar. You haven't seen an old Corvin? He's got like cataracts all over his eyes and he can't walk very well.
I don't believe so.
Well, I mean, he was there. That just seems like I'm going insane because no one else saw him.
So you saw a man and then you were attacked by your own shadows.
Well,
And Kashmir's the one that's on the stretcher.
when you
Is that correct?
yeah, long and short of it, yes.
I believe you 100%. I have no reason to distrust you.
But, there was a third fellow. I'm not quite sure where he's gotten off to. He just kind of disappeared in the middle of it all. And
Well, we are in a tower of magicians.
yes, well, yeah, when you put it that way, it's very true.
Yeah.
Where's
So
the
Debbie-
party right now?
While they're walking,
they're
Gregory's
in
just
the
gonna be
atrium.
Oh.
Sorry, go on.
No, I'm just gonna be rubbing Kashi on the shoulder, just comforting him.
Okay. So yeah, Josh, they're in the atrium, mid-level of the AVM, heading for the infirmary.
I need to look at the avium.
I think Cash is actually fine now. It's just in shock.
Okay, you just want to sleep off the strength damage.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's a bit embarrassed if he has to go to the infirmary, but you
Okay.
know, old retired Gregory Lightfeather and super old but now invisible Edgar Poe don't.
Well, the perch guards still stop off. One of them runs into the cafeteria and comes back out with like some chocolate for you. He's like, "Here you go, little guy, get that in you. The sugar will help calm your nerves. It'll reduce the shock."
Do they have any muffins or anything in there as well?
I mean, yeah, they might. I mean, it's almost lunchtime. You go and have a look. Have a look. See, maybe a big feed will make you feel much better, eh? He goes to rub you on the back and touches your spine. He's like, "Ah, damn it! Yeah.
Ow!
Sorry about that."
I think you're right. I'm gonna go in and try and grab some grub. See what food's on offer.
All right.
Come to think of it, Gregory's quite hungry as well. So
Yeah,
he's gonna
it's been a
sort
hard morning of study for everybody.
Yes, study.
of-
All right, so you guys head to the mess hall. Have yourselves a casual lunch. You start feeling a bit better after the shock of having your life energy absorbed out of you subsides a little with some food in your
Oh my
belly.
God.
You still have some hours left in the day. Do you want to return to the library to continue research, or what would you like to
No,
do?
I'm not going back to the fucking library. Are you serious?
I would like to go to the dean.
All right. Okay.
I'll go
Well,
with
Wait, so you cross the atrium and over to the dean's office. Who said he was going with?
Basil.
Okay, cool. You cross the atrium to the dean's office. You knock on the door. You hear inside. Yes, come in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just quietly enter, like not trying to interrupt or anything. He's like, Dean Winsworth, yes?
Yes,
Gre-
Lightfeather, how goes it? Lightfeather, I have to say, I'm rather disappointed in your compadre Leaf and his actions last night. The perch guard have informed me he's on
Oh
disciplinary.
no, don't worry. When I see him, I don't think it's safe for me to be in the same room with him at the moment. But when I do see him, he will be getting quite the earful, I think.
Very good, and I trust
Yes.
for the remainder of your stay you will keep your companions on a shorter leash, please.
Yes.
Gregory's just gonna give Basil a very pointed look.
Yes. Leaf's solo actions should not reflect on the rest of us. I do apologize for his actions. There will be a serious word for me, the captain,
it's okay.
one of
No.
the captains.
No harm,
No,
no foul, right?
I would like to apologize, though, just on behalf of us. I guess the defenders of Alderheart, the reputation that we have. It's unbecoming to have one of our party. perform such actions. So, yes, I'd like
So-
to
so-
extend my apologies to you.
So boisterously and so individually, without the rest of us.
However, Dean, on a different note,
Yes. How goes the research,
Uh,
Lightfeather?
Bloody? No, just a slight question. We were just researching down in the library. It was just myself, and Cashier. And do you know of an old fellow, an old corvum called Edgar Poe?
Edgar Poe.
Yes.
Edgar Poe was one of the founders of the Avium. He's been dead for decades.
What?
This isn't possible. I talked to him. He was in the library. I have
Are you feeling okay, Gregory? You're trembling a little.
He did say he was
Gregory's gonna
attacked
pull
by his
out-
own shadow.
Yes, I was attacked in the library at the same time Edgar Poe was there.
I'm sorry, what? You were
uh,
attacked?
I was yes, there was two spectral shapes came out and attacked us from behind, myself and Cashier. They were shaped like ourselves. One was shaped like myself, and the other one like Kashmir. And Edgar was there as well. And then when the librarian Morden he arrived, Edgar disappeared here. He wasn't there. I did, however, find this little scrap of paper on the ground. I'm gonna produce the little parchment that I found earlier.
Right, he grabs it off here and he has a look at it. It's like, this is magical text.
Yes, this was hidden in the aisles in the library.
I can't discern it to myself. It's not my speciality, but I do. He mutters an incantation under his breath, makes some gestures over it. Like, this is necromantic magic. Recently used. This is most troubling. Necromancy is banned here at the school. We teach it in theory only.
Could this possibly be the reason I met one of the founders of the university? This necromantic spell.
I cannot say. You should take this to our teacher of theoretical necromancy, Glinda Nightseed.
Glinda,
she's quite brilliant. She'll be able to decipher this and help you out. But before you go, Gregory, I must say this attack it's not the first mysterious event that's been occurring here at the school in recent days. I'm starting to think that something strange is going on. Listen, I may have some needs for you. Maybe you should look into these other strange occurrences. At this point, I had written them off as coincidence, but I'm afraid I can look away no further. There is a student named Figgery Figgins, the one that Leaf accosted in his bedroom last night.
I was also going to mention him, but yes, what were you going to say?
Well, he's off on sick leave at the moment. He does seem terribly ill, but I can't help feel that he's hiding something, that there's more to the story. Maybe if you speak to him, Gregory, maybe, sorry, Basil, I recommend you stay away after last night, and,
I did have a little chat to him. He did seem quite troubled, like there was something preoccupying him, and he did not look well rested at all.
Yes, I'm worried. He's quite a brilliant mind, and it's very odd. He was never one to miss class.
What was he studying? I asked him, but he did not mention.
He's a transmutation major. He's fine.
Transmutation, and did any other special interests of his?
Oh, not that I know of. He studies, keeps to himself. I know because of his small stature, he often found himself at the expense of jokes from the other students. But
yes, well, I mean,
also,
unfortunately, Jevin,
our divination instructor, Corvax Ravane, been bothering me over and over about this same prophecy he claims in his auguries lately. Maybe you could speak to him about it, but I don't have time. It could be just, wind coming out. And he is a brilliant teacher, don't get me wrong, but he has a tendency to gasbag. And, but He goes on and on about dark prophecy and augury and this divination and magic.
Sounds like a capital fellow.
And I received a complaint here a few days ago. Let me see. He rummages through his desk and pulls out a paper. He's like, yes, Gel Platena, a brilliant student of ours, lodged a complaint, claims that she saw the servitor skeletons acting oddly. Perhaps you could speak to her about it. Maybe it was nothing. I don't know.
Yes, that's puzzling.
That's another case of undead doing things they shouldn't be. Maybe it's related. Maybe you could look into that.
This Fickens, was he ever interested in necromantic magic? Do you think? Did
Oh,
you
not at
ever
all.
ask him?
He loved his transmutation. I don't think he took any of Glinda's classes.
Okay, we'll follow it up and see what we come up with, I guess.
Alright, thank you, Lightfeather.
Thank you very much. And again, I do apologize profusely for the Leaf's actions. I hope it doesn't reflect too poorly on my other companions.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah, Gregory's just gonna do like a little respectful like half bow and make his leave.
Baz will
Take
do the
his leave.
same and disappear as well.
Alright. As you return to the atrium, you find that the old Wisdom Cordum standing there waiting for you again, Edgar Poe.
Edgar?
Yeah, Joshy?
Car?
No.
Car.
Where did
Hello, Gregory.
where did you get off to before? What
Ah, well,
make me feel like a madman.
sorry about that. Me and the head librarian have a bit of a running joke. I don't like to. I disappear when he comes around. He disappears, and we pretend we don't know each other.
Of course. The Dean Winsworth told me that you were one of the founding members of the university.
Founding members. That can't be right.
Well, it's also tells me that there's quite some powerful necromantic magic being used quite currently. So, do you know what year it is? Do you?
Oh, I can't quite recall.
Does Gregory know what year it is?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you do.
Yeah, so it's the current year. I can't believe it's the current year. Sorry. Yes. Is that what time you perceive it to be?
I think so.
And
It's all a bit fuzzy, to be honest.
you don't recall founding a university ever? Do you recall much at all in the past?
I just remember studying my elementals and helping students with their study in the art of the elementals.
Yes, of course.
But we must continue your research.
Yes, well, before that, I would like to go visit some of the other faculty. If Basil, you'd like to, you coming with me, or you?
I'll join you.
Where's Kashi?
I'm there.
He's with you guys.
Yeah, okay. And Kashi, are you going to come on? Yeah.
Of course, I'll come with you.
Well, I think it was what, Glenda. She was the
Glinda, yes, with an I.
Glenda.
All right. So you want to visit her first?
Yes, please.
All right. You're gonna have to track her down.
Is there like on the wall like a plaque for directions?
There is not, so you'll have to ask.
We're just in the main entrance hall.
Yeah, you're in the atrium.
Can we grab the closest student?
Yes. Roll a investigation check.
Oh, let me find some students. No.
Alright, so
Probably
you
not.
grab the nearest student.
Mm.
You ask her, you're like, we find Glinda nice. She's like, aren't you that creepy Jerbeen that followed Jill up the hallway last night?
God, rumors around the school gets around pretty fucking fast. Holy shit.
What do you followed who?
I didn't. I am. No one. Let's find another student.
No. Who, is this it's a female? Is it female Jabin?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
wait, the what?
The student that you pulled aside.
It's, yeah, it is, yeah.
Just ignore him. Where could we find this Glinda, the headmaster? Or whatnot?
She'll either be in her office or teaching class.
And whereabouts might that be?
Just a little bit further up the spire.
Oh, thank you very much. Sorry to bother you.
Not a problem.
I'm gonna continue up the spire.
Alright, so you head up. You knock at Glinda's office door. There's no answer, so you can check her
She
classroom.
must be in class.
So you find the theoretical necromancy classroom, 101. You knock on the door. Is it? Oh yes, come in.
You wondering?
Tentatively.
Alright.
Edgar, you with us at the moment? Are you just
Yes, I'm slowly following behind.
okay?
Alright, so you enter the classroom. It's an empty classroom besides her. She's sitting at her desk, busily marking papers or something. She's like, "Oh, come on in. How can I help you?"
Well, my name is Gregory Lightfeather. This is Basil and Kashmir. And have you?
Oh
has
yes,
Edgar
the
walked
defenders
into
of
the room?
Alderheart. If I'm not mistaken.
No, you're not mistaken at all. And you must be Professor Nightseed, is it?
Yes, that's correct. Master
Oh,
of
yes.
theoretical necromancy.
Wonderful. We're actually here on the dean's orders, investigating several things that are happening around the university at this time, and just wondering if you have any ideas about those. If you've heard wind.
Can't say I'm aware. What are you referring to?
Is Edgar in the room?
He is, yes.
I'm just gonna gesture to Edgar. Does Glinda see him?
She just sort of follows your gesture and like looks back at you. She's like, "Well, go on."
Well, Edgar here. Do you know the name Edgar Poe?
Oh, you mean the founder, one of the founders of the Avium?
Apparently, yes. I think this is him.
She's like follows your gesture and like looks back at you again. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
I'm sorry. Are you claiming to be Edgar Poe?
Me?
Yes.
What are you talking about? There's this Corvin fellow right here.
She like follows your gesture again. She like looks back. She's like, "I'm sorry. Is this some sort of practical joke or something? Because they're usually lost on me."
Basil does see Edgar Poe, right?
You do as well, yeah.
Okay.
What in the bloody
Professor.
hell is going on in this bloody university? They should never have left bloody Meadowfenham.
Professor, the three of us are currently being able to see one of the previous professors / founders of this academy, and we were wondering, because you teach theoretical necromancy, if we thought this was possible. Secondly, if it is possible, what sort of magic is being used at the moment?
Maybe you're under some sort of
Theoretically.
illusion spell. I mean,
Some sort of what, sorry?
some sort of illusion spell is possibly being cast on you to see, see things.
Can I
that
try?
aren't there.
I'm gonna put my hand on Edgar.
All right.
Just try and put my hand just like through him. Sort of
Your hand just
walk towards him.
he is incorporeal. It just passes through him.
Okay, he recalls his hand back and turns to Gregory and says, that's a ghost. That's a spooky ghost.
He's not real.
Cash, you going fetal.
She's like, I'm sorry, is he alright? He looked quite unwell when you walked in.
Yes, I still feel quite unwell, actually. What do you know of necromantic magics regarding spectral shadows, or like maybe replicas of alive beings? Kashi and I were attacked just in the library recently.
Gregory, do you still
Oh.
have that note?
Did I leave
You-
the note with the?
No, you
thing,
took
or-
it. You took
Yeah,
it
because
back.
that note has some necromancy stuff on it, right?
Yeah, I'll produce it for
Yeah.
Professor Nightseed.
This note
Right.
was found in the library soon after these guys got attacked by spooky shadow boys, and this Edgar Poe, who you can't see but I'm currently putting my hand through, also appeared shortly before.
She as she glances at the paper, she's like gives it a glance, looks back at you, gives it a second glance, and then all of a sudden her eyes narrow and go wide. She's like, "Where did you get this?"
This was lying on the ground in the library, just between the columns, actually.
This is a page from a very, very dangerous and very forbidden book. She quickly grabs
Really?
it, opens a drawer, and like puts it in and slams it shut. She's like, "This should not be out of the library."
What is this note? Is it an incantation? Is it a
This is a
spell? Is it...
Yes, this is a summoning ritual taken from a book called the Necromantum Ex Corvus. It's forbidden to be removed from the library except for anyone of the highest level of faculty. Even I have to jump through
Ooh.
several hoops just to take a look at it.
Who has the authority to...
Well, the dean can
find...
the dean can deem anyone to be able to remove it. I have access to it with permission from the dean.
So it's the dean. The dean has given access to someone to this book. Has given someone the access to this book.
Well, possibly.
There's no other... How else would people get it? Like, is it locked, or is it just kept on a shelf and it has a sign that says, please don't read?
Well, Morden keeps an eye on the library, stops anyone from removing things that they shouldn't be.
Didn't you say Morden went disappearing?
Morden? The librarian?
Yeah, Gregory, you couldn't find Morden before.
Yes, he was. He wandered off. He was rushed away the moment we got into the library that morning, around 9 a.m. or something.
It's the librarian.
I can't say all of us. I will be keeping this note and I'll return it to the library as soon as possible. Once I'm finished up here, it cannot remain in the school.
What does it attempt to summon? The paper.
Spectral shadows from another plane of existence.
Much like the ones that attacked myself and Kashmir here, probably.
You're saying someone actually carried out the ritual?
I'm guessing so, if these guys got attacked. Yeah.
It's extremely dangerous.
Now, who in this university do you think would have the capabilities to perform such a ritual? I hear there's quite an exemplary student. What's his name? Fergus? Falafel? What's his...
I can't say I've heard of him, no?
No? Okay.
Flaffle Philastus or something like that.
Yes. But he was, quite disturbed last night, and, I thought maybe he might have had access to these documents.
Well, I can't imagine any student being given access to this book.
Could they possibly gain access to it? Given a note from a faculty member?
Well, of course, but no faculty member would be that irresponsible.
How do you know this?
Because it's just bloody common sense.
But clearly someone has been not using common sense, because this book has now found its way to someone who has decided to use it,
Right,
and
well,
against us.
You'll have to talk to Morden about that. All I know is I'll be returning this page to him. Go back into the book where it belongs.
I would say keep hold of that note for the time being.
Why?
We don't know who's compromised.
No, if If faculty found out I was holding on to this, I would be in deep trouble. I will return it as soon as possible.
Well, then,
please, maybe just
could we hold on to it?
as a courtesy for me, if you did it, maybe in a day's time, not today, not tomorrow, but the day after, maybe. Maybe you forget that it's in your desk drawer.
I'm sorry, you're asking me to risk my job and my position here at the Avium, and I won't.
Oh no, never not such a thing. Just to maybe slips your mind.
I'm sorry.
Is all I'm saying.
I will not.
That's okay.
Oh, you know what? Roll a persuasion check. Roll a persuasion check. Yeah. Oh, damn. Alright, she's like, oh. Alright, well, I am quite busy marking these papers, so perhaps I'll return it on the morrow.
Yes. Very, very good idea. Very good. And, no, you also said, finally, sorry to be interrupting your marking. I know it's quite busy with finals, examinations and whatnot, but, you hadn't seen any instances of, strange magics happening throughout the university, no?
This is the University of Magic. Strange is the norm.
Maybe strange happening outside of, university learning hours or regular learning environments, such as, perhaps in the cafeteria or dormitories, when students aren't supposed to be doing magics, or magics that they shouldn't be doing, perhaps.
Oh, can't say I've heard anything, no?
Puzzling. Well, thank you very much for your time, Glinda. A pleasure. If I ever need to contact you again, I know where to find you.
Very well.
And please, again, remember about that. Well, don't remember, actually, sorry. Don't forget your marking.
Yes. Good day.
Yeah, I'm gonna exit.
Alright.
I think we should straight away head to the dean. Or do you think just to give him a heads up that something like this has happened? And to keep it on the down low for the time being?
It was definitely Glinda, right?
Is that what you think?
No, I have no idea, so I'm just throwing ideas out there.
I should have done. Can I do an insight check to see if I feel like I believe her, or is it too late now?
Yeah, no, you can do it. That's fine.
Probably, I do believe her.
Yes.
No, she's a perfectly perfect woman. There's nothing wrong with her. I would know.
Why would you know that?
I would. Kashmir, I know people who lie. My trade was to lie. I can tell when someone's telling the truth, and she is 100% telling the truth.
Okay, I trust you, Basil.
Thank you for trusting me, Kashmir. Do you trust me, Gregory?
Yes, I guess I do with Basil. Maybe not when you've got a bit of beer in you, but
Yeah. And Edgar Poe.
Ah.
Hello there.
Ah.
You're a
Hello.
ghost. You're a ghost, right?
Am I?
Well, you did watch me put my arm through you, did you not?
Did I?
Look at my hand. And I'm like waving it in front of my hand. You ready? You ready? And I go to like put my hand on his shoulder, and does it pass through?
It does, yes.
Edgar, look. My hand is inside you. You're a spooky ghost. Yes, car indeed. Squeak. It's.
I don't know. I guess does he freak out?
Do you
no,
freak
no,
out?
no,
It's
no,
sort of like taken aback, but you're just like, oh, yeah, guess it's magic.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess
I'm sorry,
he just thinks about it, and then he kind of realizes, he goes, "Oh yeah, this makes a lot more sense now."
Yeah, Basil notices him freaking out, and he tries to put a hand on his shoulder to comfort him, but clearly falls through.
Freaks out Edgar a little bit more.
And he's freaking out. He's got both his hands inside this person's body who's like squawking at him.
That actually.
A student walks past and they see like Basil just brandishing his hands in the air, like making groping gestures, like in
And shouting.
She just kind of glances, she's like pervert. Keeps walking.
Oh my god.
I think the quicker we get out of this, the academy, the better. No offense, Edgar.
No. Well, with my newfound sentience that I'm a ghost,
I'm sure you forget about it pretty quick.
yeah, pretty much. So,
Well,
but what weren't we doing something for the library? We're helping with elementals, isn't that
yes,
why?
let's forget all that and elementals and library. Do we, now that we, like, I guess this is the thing we got to think about, like, do we investigate this elemental stuff more, or do we try and seek to find out who this person is who's trying to, well, basically kill you guys and the research we're doing?
Perhaps it's the same.
Perhaps. Maybe we can link those two together.
Split the party.
Woo!
I do. Maybe we should we talk to the dean or should we try and find the librarian?
I think perhaps we should maybe Basil and Edgar.
Wait, Edgar,
Yes.
try and walk through that wall. He
I
points like at a wall next to him.
guess sort of starts to shuffle over in his ghostly ways. You know, he's a ghost. He shuffles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he puts his feathery hands against the wall and pushes in. What happens?
You do make contact against the wall. You can't pass through.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, well, there goes my plan. But maybe we should speak with the dean.
Edgar
Well,
nods.
you think we should what do you both think that Glinda is
Glenda is 100% believable. I think she's the most genuine woman I ever met.
Edgar just ponders a little bit, but then thinks, he goes, Did we show? Did you guys show the dean the piece of paper?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you weren't there for that, but yes, they did.
Right.
He
okay.
reacted very nonchalant about it.
I was just about to say that, which makes me think that something fishy is going on. Because how come she freaked the fuck out when the paper was there, but he was like, "Oh yeah, lol, this is just a."
This
know,
is just
he
a
should-
boy I don't
He
recognize.
didn't recognize it. That's why he referred it to Glinda.
Well, he
Right.
might have recognized it and is now drastically trying to pack up everything else he's got that he shouldn't have. Perhaps that's why I was wondering if Edgar can go through walls. Because if he can't see us, then we can just send him through the wall and he come back and do recon.
perhaps Basil and Edgar, you should go and see the dean, and Kashi, do you want to come and see her? We can speak to what was it, Korvax, I think was the man with the prophecies, I think the dean said.
Yes,
I-
that's correct.
Yeah.
I'll come with you, Gregory, if that's okay.
Cool. What
All right,
are you
yeah.
What are you gonna do, Poe?
I think Poe's going to come with me.
Yeah, I'll go with Basil. He just
Okay.
Let's
he's along
do
for the
this.
ride now.
All right.
Yep.
Basil and Poe. You knock on the dean's door. Yes,
Um,
yes, come in.
Before that,
Yep.
Edgar, can you
Yes.
knock on the door for me?
I knock on the door.
It doesn't make any noise. You make solid
Ooh,
contact,
spooky.
but no.
That's cool. All right, I then knock on the door.
Yes, come in, come in.
I take a few steps back and I look at Edgar and go, "Can you open the door?"
I open the door.
He cannot open the door.
Ooh.
It's sort of
I
like
really wanted to make a really dramatic entrance and just have my hands behind my back, and walk through, but the door just opens. But I go ahead and open the door,
Uh,
and I say,
yes,
"Dean,
Basil.
it's
Yes, how
it's
can I help?
Basil Brunch. How you doing?"
yes. How are you, Basil?
I'm doing quite well. We spoke to Professor Nightseed about that note that we found.
Sure.
Turns out it's from that really bad. Well, how well do you know the library?
I know it pretty well. I've been the dean for a decade, so
Okay. Well, you know that one really spooky necromancy book that's
the
no
Necromantum
students
ex
are-
Corvus.
That one, volume 1. That page was from that book.
He sort of like, his eyes narrow, he straightens up in his chair a bit. He's like, it's not possible.
She confirmed it. We've given her a piece of paper, the paper that was ripped out, just to keep hold of it for the moment, and she'll keep hold of it for today. And we don't want to reveal our position to anyone who we suspect, so they don't think that the page is missing.
But she's returning it to the library? She
will. She just has to do some marking first, and then she'll return it.
Alright. I trust it's safe enough. This is most alarming, though. I must speak to Morden immediately.
DM, I'm doing an insight check, please.
Alright. Yeah, he seems bang on.
Okay, I relax a little bit after seeing his demeanor. I'm like, yeah, it's the only other person who I know can get hold of this is you or the library.
Yes, and I sure as bloody hell haven't referred that book to anyone in recent days. Oh.
Well, the librarian this morning apparently went missing. Not soon after, Edgar Poe turned up.
Actually, now that you mention it, I did actually authorize Glinda to remove it from the library a few days ago, but it was returned.
Ooh.
I checked myself.
And who took the book?
Who checked the book?
Yeah, who was...
Ordering.
Wait, so Glinda asked for the book.
She did. She needed it for something to do with her theories.
Well, it's clearly not her. I trust her 100%, so we can just ignore that.
Yes,
it couldn't have been her.
It couldn't have been her at all. The loan was authorized by me, and I oversaw it myself that it was returned to Morden.
This is so strange. This doesn't make sense unless someone went into her room or like wherever she study or where she kept the book and stole the page out of her book.
Unlikely. Morden checks the books when they're returned to him, especially one so dangerous. If there was a page missing when it was returned, he would have let me know.
And Glinda wouldn't have done it because she's such an upheld person of your society.
Of course.
I can tell.
One of the finest in her fields.
This is strange. This is very strange. It must have been the librarian then. 100%. We need to organize the perch guard.
He sort of snorts. He's like...
What?
Morden is almost a hypochondriac when it comes to his books. There's no way he'd willingly deface one, especially one so ancient and powerful and valuable.
Who's that one student that everyone's suspicious of? What's his name? The
what?
one who's not doing the student that's not feeling well currently.
Higgins? Wouldn't say he's suspicious at all.
No, not suspicious at all. Does he study theoretical necromancy?
I believe you asked me this earlier. As I said, he's a transmutation student.
Right. Yes.
Is there anything else? I'm quite busy.
No, that's
now
fine.
I have to visit Morden later today.
He starts walking out backwards very slowly. Thank you, Dean.
He sort of has like this look like what a
I'm
weirdo
like
look.
stabbing. I like needle eyes, just like staring at him, just like, yes, Dean, if that is really you. And starts backing out the room. It's like looking at him. He goes, All right, and they'll go try and find the others.
All right.
Almost race. He's like racing to find the others because clearly the dean is being really suspicious. Oh no, the dean is perfectly fine. So it must be the librarian.
All right. So back at Korvax Ravain's classroom, the divination teacher. You knock on the door. It's like, yes, come in.
Yeah.
Gregory and Kashi.
Hello.
I'll follow.
Yes, hello.
Korvax, Professor Korvax, is it?
Yes, come in. Oh, you must be the other defenders of Outer Heart, yes? I met your friends, the long-haired Leaf, the other day.
Oh, yes, Leaf.
How's he doing?
Well,
Where is he?
well, he's doing just fine, I think. He's sleeping out his woes in a perch guard facility.
Oh, okay. Well, very, very good. We all have our lazy days, you know.
Yes,
He seems to be sitting over his desk like he was when Leaf visited, with his augury bones in front of him. Now tell me, what can I do for you then, Mr. Lightfeather?
Well, we were actually investigating. The dean said you were talking to him about certain prophecies that you were seeing over and over again, recurring prophecies. What was it? Or
Oh yes. I showed this to your Leaf friend. Would you like to see it too?
yes, of course. Why not?
Oh, well,
You can show it to me.
Go ahead, take a seat. Sit opposite here. Pull up a seat, little my friend. What's your hedge friend? Hello.
It is
What is your name?
Cashmere.
Oh, Kashmir. Pleasure to meet you. I am Kovacs Ravane, Professor of Divination Extraordinaire.
Well, I am just Kashmir, so
Oh, very good. Well, he reaches over to shake both your hands and he's like, all right, take a seat here. Take a seat and observe. He picks up a fistful of bones and rolls them across the table. Again, they start to resonate with a wisp of magic emanates from them, and you hear a disembodied voice ring out into the room. A black heart lies among the white and grey, but in the dimness it is hard to say who's friend and who's foe, the master weal, the monster woe. So and then the smoke dissipates. It's like, every day for a week now, the same augury. The dean will not take me seriously on this.
And are they usually quite so somber?
Well, yes, it doesn't sound good, does it?
Not one bit, actually. No, actually.
I feel as
What
though
do you
there
think it
is.
means?
I feel there is some sort of threat. I don't know, maybe coming from somewhere on campus. Perhaps a student or a faculty member? I do not know. Something is wrong.
Yes, something is wrong. I've noticed it as well. Now, tell me, Professor, have you noticed any strange happenings on the campus aside from this recurring prophecy, like possible ghost sightings or anything strange like that?
You know, I did hear something about students gossiping about seeing some ghost on the lavatory the other day, but I assumed it was just, is just students doing student things. Practical joke, maybe?
Ghosts on the lavatory?
Yeah, so, I know, you ask them about it.
I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. Edgar leaves.
And did they mention anything about the what this ghost was, or did you hear that, or
I'm
you
so-
just heard what?
You sort of like listen,
It was-
as I did I hear what?
What type of what kind of ghost it was, or
I don't know. This was just student chit chat. I was busy teaching.
did they say that anyone got attacked by the ghosts at all?
I don't know. They said they saw ghosts on the crapper. That is all I know.
And aside from that, anything else of note?
I don't know. Yeah. No, I mean I've been quite busy. It's end of semester. I have tests to mark. Plus, I have this prophecy weighing on my mind. I'm just waiting for a meteor to destroy the school or something. I don't know.
What about anything? Oh, sorry, Kashmir. No, of course. You.
I was just wondering, how often do you get prophecies that last more than like a day or two?
Very rarely.
So it's never happened like for a week before.
No, it has not. It is very troubling.
That is, yes.
Yes. Well,
Now, what of any? Did you think this prophecy has anything to do with maybe necromantic magics or anything like that, possibly?
necromantic. I
Yes.
cannot say. I mean, I cannot even say what the prophecy even if it refers to any sort of magic. Just that my interpretation, I mean, is that there is some sort of threat lurking nearby.
Strange. Very curious.
It is, yes.
Professor Vane,
Yes, little Cashmere.
which students did you say were talking about the ghosts? Perhaps we can talk to them a bit more.
That know-it-all, Gel Platena and her friends. I'm sorry, I should not say that about the student. She is quite talented, but she is often, how do I say, skeptical of my school of magic. Honestly, I don't know why she actually takes the class.
Alright,
But
well,
she is quite brilliant for a freshman.
perhaps we can talk to her then.
Yes, perhaps.
Alright. Basil, you recognize the name Gel. It's the one you followed up the hallway last night.
I thought I wasn't there yet.
Oh, yeah, true. Sorry. You are not.
That's all right.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm with Basil.
Yes, you
Yep.
Lol.
Yeah.
Retract my previous call-it statement.
are. No, you said that. You said
moment.
no. You don't have to retract it. It's just what you said to Basil as he was making his way across campus. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's. I just go. That's it. Exactly. Done.
This is quite normal at this point.
Alright, I want to go find Gel Platena.
All
Do
right.
we bump into each other in the hallway at some point, or?
Yes, you bump into Basil again.
Okay. Lads, how did it go with the professor?
What do you think, Kashi? Is bit off his rocker?
Well, I have no idea about the prophecies and whatnot, but at least we have some kind of information. Did the students are seeing ghosts?
Oh yeah, that.
So there's not just us seeing the ghosts. Well, sorry, Edgar. I should seeing Edgar.
I don't know if it was Edgar or some other ghosts, but there's definitely ghosts somewhere happening at some place.
Right.
You also recall Gel Platena was the student the dean said to talk about the complaint she issued about the servitor skeletons.
Oh yes. Okay. Also, we found out that the book was in fact taken out by someone. The book was taken out of the library and given to Professor
Who's it
Nightseed. She had taken it out in the past 2 days.
Wait,
It was more than 2 days ago, but it was.
Sorry, I thought you said 2 days ago.
It was within the
But
last week.
Okay, within the last week, she took the book and returned it. So the book must have been damaged some point between when she returned it and now. Because she's completely trustworthy and we've
How do
no
we
reason to
know that she
suspect her of anything.
Basil, I'm sorry to say, but I think your radar might be a little bit off on this one. Wait, your location might be a little bit off on this one.
No, I'm pretty sure my location is perfect. I can pick up on people's personalities quite well. I'm dead set on this. But if this is something that you feel like you have to investigate, then we can. But
Yes,
maybe this
It would
student,
make me more comfortable.
might be worth talking to. But maybe without me present. Students in this academy seem to be think I'm strange.
Well, Basil, you are a little bit strange.
Thanks, Gregory. I'll take that to heart. But more in the sense of, I think Leaf's activities the night before may have convinced them that they're like that. I'll come clean. I try to be really cool with some of the freshmen, and I think that just came off weird.
Oh.
I try to be down with the youth, but I think it came off corny. and some of the students don't think I'm awoke, or whatever they say.
Yes, that is. I often struggle with that as well, Basil, as an older gentleman myself. But
I'm not lying in bed. I don't know why I have to prove that I am awoke. Like I don't understand.
I don't even know what that means.
Neither. Edgar, do you have any ideas? Is this like an old term that's come back? Okay, Edgar's gone. He's disappeared somewhere.
I'm still in the
Oh wait,
bathroom.
there he is. Oh, you scared. Sorry. Hello, Edgar.
I was car.
Was the term awoke around when you were in your youth?
I don't particularly remember that.
It must be a
Slightly
new
rings a
fancy
bell,
thing.
but
Okay.
no.
But maybe you guys should talk to this student. I'll stand outside the room so that I don't interfere with the investigation with my personality, as you said, Greg. Agree.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, Gregory, I suppose it's up to us. Considering Leaf is still incarcerated, and Edgar is invisible, and Basil is not awoke.
Alright, onwards and upwards.
By the way, Basil, I do know what that means, but well, if I tell you, it just takes all the fun, doesn't it?
Possibly, yes. All right, let's talk to the student.
All right. So, you're gonna have to track her down.
Oh no,
I need an investigation check from someone. Probably
I'm really
not
good
Basil.
The cool students that you were hanging out with
Nope.
the other night.
I don't remember any of their names. I don't
Is,
even remember the room.
Basil-
I would like
Basil-
to give like investigation check as well. Oop, I did twice. My bad.
Go on, Josh.
Well, Basil, you reach out to like address the student as they walk past, and she goes, "Ew," and like just gives you a wide berth. Go.
We need to leave this place quickly.
Edgar, you do have a strange memory of late. You've been seeing a student staying back to study very late at certain classrooms. That's the best you can do.
Yeah, that's the best I can do.
Oh, you know that you commonly see her coming back late from the libraries in the inner spire.
I have had a memory. A young lady. Whatever race she is.
She's a Luma.
A young Luma girl is staying back late. Different days and times, but mostly on leaving the spire. Is that what you said?
The library spires. The spire
The
libraries.
library. The spire library. So
Or maybe we
this
need
could
to.
be.
Maybe we need to lay in wait for her, and then.
I
once
suggest that
study-
we go to the library and check the area out.
So this is a separate library. It's not the basement one you guys have been in with all the
Oh.
forbidden knowledge and stuff. This is the student library.
So it's massive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But
Well,
it
this is late.
It is getting quite late in the day. Well, all the faculty areas close at 5 p.m., which is when she has to leave. So
Okay. Well, we could wait outside the door. Wait, how many exits does this room have?
That's not
Man.
creepy at all.
No, stop. Stop it. It's all about context. Maybe we should go to this tower library, spirally book thing, and see if we can find this Luma.
Yes, good idea, Basil. We'll go and what time is it now?
Yeah. What time is it now, Josh?
it is about 4 p.m. It's getting late.
Yeah,
We must hurry.
Let's head up to the library.
All right. You make your way to the spire library. People are already leaving, heading back. Students heading to the mess hall for dinner and stuff. Inside, you do spot a very studious Zero Luma poring over books at one of the tables in the center of the library.
Is this
Car-
the same one?
Ah.
Is this the same one that was at the party.
It is the
didn't-
one that you followed up the hallway the night before.
Okay. As soon as I see her, I kind of quickly turn around and it's like, yep, that's Gregory. Yeah, gentlemen,
Yes, Basil.
gentlemen's first. You can,
Of course.
and I'll quickly make myself not to be seen.
Scarce.
Yes, that's the word I want to use.
All right. You also notice at this point of the day, it seems like she's the only student left in the library. The librarian is still walking around, putting books back and whatnot, and you see a few servitor skeletons wandering around, cleaning up after the students and stuff.
There's a sneak check if you need me to hide.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, you skulk off.
17.
You skulk off into one of the aisles.
Yep.
That she glances up as the rest of you are approaching her. She's like, "Oh, hello there. Hello.
Excuse me,
Yes,
Jell, is it?
yes, that's right. I'm Joe."
Yes, I'm just actually, I'm investigating several, sightings around the university, and I heard that you had, noticed the servitor skeletons acting quite just strangely.
Oh, you saw my complaint that I put to the dean.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Oh well,
Could you
less of a complaint.
elaborate
but,
on that a
well,
little bit?
Okay. Well, I was here actually the other day, about this time, and I saw the servitor skeletons do something quite odd. Usually they stay till 5 p.m. and finish their job, but they sort of stopped mid activity, left the cleaning, and just single file marched out of the library. I've never seen them do that before. I was curious, so I followed them, and they made their way down the spire and entered the basement library. And I couldn't follow them any further because students aren't allowed in there without permission from faculty. So that's what I saw. I reported it to the dean and
How curious.
recommended he have them.
Has Servitor's been back up here since then?
Well, yeah. She glances over her shoulder and there's one just like scrubbing the tile floor behind her.
Was it all of them that went down?
Yes, all of them. Single file, just left the room.
Do they have names?
The servitors?
Yes.
I mean, well, they do. Well, they did in life, and I'm sure one of the faculties keeps track of which person's skeleton it was, but nobody really addresses them. They can't communicate. They're just animated undead.
And you saw a ghost as well.
She snorts. She's like, "What?"
What?
Oh.
No?
Oh,
Is that-
oh no, that was Isan, my roommate. That's your friend, your Gerbine friend that's skulking in the aisle there. Met last night in my room.
Damn it! I come out of the
he
shadows.
saw a ghost, and
I don't know. It was just shit talk among students. You know.
Basil's gonna start watching the servitors.
Okay.
Keep an eye on them for the moment after hearing that. And, like, kind of watch them until it becomes 5 o'clock.
Alright.
Just in case they do it again. And if so, then he will follow them.
Well, sorry to bother you, Jill. Do you have anything else you would like to mention about the incident, or any other sightings or complaints that you'd like to lodge? I can take them to the dean for you personally if you like.
No, that's all. I'm afraid. I'm quite busy. You see, there's exams and
Yes,
whatnot.
exams and midterm. Yes, of course.
Is there anything else?
Have you noticed any of the faculty or the students acting strangely in the past weeks?
Besides the servitors, no. That's all.
And who do you know controls or animates the servitors when they are when they are created?
Well, so necromantic magic is permitted only in theory here in the school, but an exception is made to reanimate the skeleton of a donor, usually of a past alumni or a past professor or or dean will donate their body to the school, and yes, the only exception when they are reanimated. Usually, I assume Professor Nightseed has a hand in it.
Reanimation, yes, probably. She does seem quite skilled in the necromantic arts.
Yes, apparently one of the best.
Do you think that she'd be able to possibly summon an ex faculty member from their grave and back to life? Possibly, maybe.
I honestly, that would be quite a thing, but I can only speculate. You'd have to ask her.
Well, yeah, of course. Thank you very much for your time, Jola.
Of course.
Good luck with your studies and your exams.
Oh, thank you.
Gregory's gonna shuffle off. Unless
Cool.
Kashi has anything else to. No. Okay.
Nope.
No, I'm good.
What do you guys want to do with your evening?
Well, Basil wants to wait and observe these
Okay.
servitors.
Well, 5 o'clock.
Until-
Yeah, 5 o'clock arrives. The servitors just finish their work and leave in a normal fashion. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Not like-
And then,
Nothing out of the ordinary.
no, and then the librarian comes over and ushers you out. She's like, I'm sorry, we're
yeah.
closed for the day.
That's fair enough. And walks out.
What do you guys want to do
So-
with your evening?
By the sounds of it, it sounds like whatever's going on is happening in the downstairs library. And it is super suspicious. And it's something to do with necromancy. But I just don't know who the person in this university would be doing such nefarious things with necromancy. Nothing seems to stand out to me.
Yes. I'm trying to think myself, and I can't think.
Maybe the necromancy is a ploy to move you away from the true goal of finding the elementals. Oh,
You're right, they could be distracting us, Squeak.
No, we said we wouldn't do this.
I'm doing some senile
Do what?
ghost.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do with your
maybe-
evening?
Maybe. Okay, the problem I have at the moment is I think maybe we should try and sneak in downstairs library to see if anything happens at night. But because Basil has been such a fuck so far, I feel like if we do anything more that gonna jeopardize the mission. But what do you guys think?
Because
I can-
Does Basil suggest that, or
I say it out loud. I say yes. I would. I think strange stuff is happening downstairs in the basement library. You guys were attacked. Those skeleton bird people are going downstairs, a single file in a strange fashion, according to the student. So whatever's going on, the base of what's going on is happening down there. I'm more than happy to go down there and have a look myself, but the only problem is the faculty and students aren't particularly fond of me at the moment.
Yes, well,
I
think
can
you
do it if
actually,
you think it's more important than, obviously, our
no,
reputation here.
no. I think we should. That's a brilliant idea, Basil. I think
Mm.
after supper, Kashi, have you any ideas of supper?
Well, I wasn't going to cook tonight. I was just hoping that there would be something good.
Oh,
the
then that's
kitchens.
all. Brilliant.
Yes, I might take a bowl to my room.
Well, what time should we?
Well, shouldn't we be down in the library now, just to see?
We can't. The library's closed after 5.
Well,
No,
you're quite light on your feet there, Basil.
Well, if we wait a few hours, that's probably the best time if we want me to
What
sneak
if
in
something
there.
happens between now and then?
Yeah, I'm just worried
Well,
about
we
getting
get some
caught
good
again.
grub, actually, I think is what happens.
Yeah,
And
I think it is
Gregory's-
worth getting some food and then
Yeah.
having a look.
Gregory's gonna hustle off to the cafeteria.
Okay. Who else is going to the cafeteria?
I will join him, but I will try and hide my face
Okay.
a little bit because all the students and faculty think he's a creepy boy.
Alright. Is that Kashmir? You going as well?
Cashy just feels like they've had so many missed opportunities.
For what?
Just like things have happened all around them the last couple of days they've been here. They've missed all of it except for being attacked. Nah, Cashy's going down to the downstairs library
Like right now?
right now.
Edgar goes with him.
Alright.
Actually, if Kashi,
Do we all see him go?
yeah,
Like, do we all see you go, or are you trying to do
I'm
it without...
gonna tell you guys that I'm going down.
I'll say, well, I can't let you go alone. I'll join you.
yeah, Gregory is of the same mind.
If we do believe something's happening, we're better off as a group.
I mean, we know something's happening. It's just, if we don't do something now, we'll miss it. I'm sure.
All right. I trust you, Kashmir. Almost as much as I trust Professor Nightseed. Let's do this.
Almost as much. Haven't you only known her for like 3 hours?
But she's so trustworthy. You heard the way she
Like-
speaks.
Months.
She's fantastic.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have known you for months, and I do trust you.
Alright,
You're not the
so
first hedge that I trusted.
So you guys descend the elevator to the foyer. It is getting dark. The foyer is lit by the floating candelabras, and the receptionist has turned in for the day. Path is clear in front of you. Head down to the library. A spiral staircase.
Basil's gonna sneak forward ahead of the group.
Alright.
Gregory would also like to sneak
Ooh.
inconspicuously.
Alright.
Yo.
Edgar just continues on walking.
As you approach the spiral staircase, the two large bird folk statues that flank either side of it
Oh.
all of a sudden shift. They move. They stand up, step down from their pedestals. They extend their inner arm on each one to block the way down the stairs and sort of stare at you with their void eyes. Head
Oh,
slightly turned towards you.
Basil turns around and looks at the others and says, do we know if this is normal?
I mean, I think they're just blocking the way because we're not allowed down there.
I think that's probably it, yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe we need to do this tomorrow night.
What?
Maybe we
Edgar,
need to...
Yes.
Can you go past the statues?
I don't see why not.
Well, should we step back first, just in case he trips some sort of alarm? Well, can I do a perception check to look for any traps or anything?
Sure.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's a dice. Okay. Sorry, the computer bloody
11?
rolled a dice for me as well.
That's cool.
11.
11? Alright, you don't detect any traps. Edgar, as you
Edgar.
wander into their arms, you stop dead as you wander into solid matter.
Ah.
Can you duck underneath it, maybe, Edgar?
I try to hop over. Or like, so like the old man thing, you shuffle over and you try to like shift your bum onto it first and like
Yeah.
pull each one leg over.
Yeah, it's a struggle, but you managed to slide past them.
Yeah, it's brutal to look at, but I got there.
It's okay, Edgar. There are no traps at all.
What do I see?
It's spiral
any
staircase.
defenses?
That's the usual spiral staircase that leads down to the library.
Alright, I was like, I look over to him, I was like, it seems safe.
Well, you
I
keep
think.
going. It's okay. You're a ghost.
Yeah,
Remember.
I continue to walk down.
Just
Okay.
observe the library while you're down there, and we'll come back and find you.
So you descend to the library, and it seems like it usually is. There's still a large pool of water where cashmere snowballs have melted. It hasn't been cleaned yet. But other than that, nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Nope.
What time is it?
It's about 5:30.
30. I would like to investigate the area. Investigate the area where Gregory found the piece of paper, but I'm assuming I'm gonna have to wait for them, so...
No, you can do it.
You can
Yeah,
do it.
I can do it. Cool,
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Doing it. I did it.
Nothing out of the ordinary. There's ruined books from where they were set on fire and then doused. About it.
Hmm. And roll perception as well. Oh my god, I'm not used to Revan's perception.
What are you trying to perceive?
Just to perceive if they're like to hear any noises or anything like that, because there's meant to be people.
Well,
people
basically,
are
what
coming
I
down these
do
stairs,
is
right?
you have passive perception, so if there's anything you might see or hear, I'll just let you know. You just roll a perception
Okay,
check
cool.
if you're specifically looking for something.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I hobbled my way back upstairs and do the really awkward,
Yeah.
shift my bum onto it,
To get over again. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone
Did
just
you see
watches as I
anything?
do it.
Did you see anything, Edgar?
No, completely normal and empty. I even did an investigation check.
What? What?
sorry, I could help.
The
It's
meta
okay.
ghost.
I can tell that you produced a high number. So if there's nothing down there, I guess we're just down to clearly the dean or the student.
What was that chicken that you spoke to? I
Chicken?
think was she chicken? Glinda?
Wasn't
Gilda?
she?
Glinda.
There's
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Glinda. She's perfectly fine. She's only trying to assist us. There's no way she could be working against us. I'm positive.
Yes, but that is your opinion, young
It is.
Basil.
Trust me. Just
Look,
trust me.
Basil, I'm unsure about this Glinda, actually.
Oh,
She seemed a mite suspicious, don't you think? I think your immediate trust of her might be, a little bit unfounded.
look, I'm perfectly fine with us going up there, and I'm proving you wrong.
At this point, you hear footsteps coming up the spiral staircase behind you.
Oh, sure.
Ah,
Wait,
I find somewhere to hide.
You find
They
somewhere
coming-
to hide?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I cast invisibility on everyone or just one
Nah,
person?
just this. Don't know if you'll have enough uses of the spell.
True.
Yeah.
I let it go.
Twin spell.
Meta.
Oh, actually, I do have that. I picked that up, so I can do 2 spells at once.
Oops, I didn't say anything.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Ah, I don't think I heard you.
Alright. He emerges up the. Morden, the librarian, emerges up staircase behind you. The stone golems step aside for him. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing here? We're closed."
Is he talking to the guards? Oh, to us.
No, he's
Okay.
talking to you.
I'm completely hidden. I've got a book over my head.
Closed. Sorry. Yes, we were looking to do a little bit more research. We had some good food, and we feel revitalized and think we can get back into the books. You know.
Oh, I'm afraid you'll
Attack
have
us
to.
again.
I'm afraid you'll have to return tomorrow. We are closed for the day.
What interest do you have in necromancy? As I rise up behind one of the desks with a book at my head.
I'm sorry. What? What?
There was a book in your possession that came back with a ripped page. Did you notify the book of ripping page?
Yes, we went through this the
Journal?
other day. You informed me that the pages were missing from several books.
No, from a specific book. The Book of Spooky Necromancy, Volume 1.
I'm sorry, what?
Does anyone else written down the name? Because every time I hear it, I go to write it down, but then I get engaged in the conversation. I forget the name of the book. Does anyone remember the name of the book? The Necromancy book.
No.
No.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're referring to. Okay.
The one that the Honourable Professor Nightseed borrowed from the library not a week ago.
Corvus something?
You know, it's
The
funny.
Necrocormacy. The Necrocormacy.
I assume you're referring to the Necromantomex Corvus.
Alright,
And
hold on. Let me
it's-
write this down this time.
Necromantum Ex Corvus. Yeah, it's funny you should mention that, because...
Necrocorvus Volume 1. Yep.
Yes, Professor Nightsea did check that out about a week ago, and she returned it. But,
Was there a page ripped?
No, it was fine, and
he looks at the rest of the group and see, she's trustworthy. She's perfectly
But
trustworthy.
it's funny you should mention that, because it has recently gone missing. I was going to ask if it was you that had removed it without permission.
Why would we have taken the book without permission when we can't even say the name of it?
Well, you're the only one who's been down there in the last few days.
Are you sure?
Are you saying no other student has
No.
been down to investigate?
You're the only one who's had access all week. And now this book has gone missing.
Insight. 10.
It seems like he's telling the truth.
Well, guys, I think we're going to have to leave. He's perfectly telling the truth. He's
my
not
God.
suspicious at all. This is becoming quite unbecoming. So, at some point, the book has come back into your possession, disappeared, and yet only a page has remained.
What? I am sorry, what page? What?
There is a page that has gone missing. That the Honourable Professor Knight...
And how do you know that? Unless it was you that removed the book.
Can you just tell us?
You just told us that the book went missing.
No, I'm referring to the page. How do you know there is a page missing from it?
Well, we were attacked by some shadows before. I think
know,
there
I was there.
Yes,
I came
and-
downstairs and found you in a pool of water and burnt books. And now there's
Well-
a very dangerous book missing, and you claim to have a page from it.
No, there was a page on the ground after we were attacked.
Why did you not tell me this earlier?
I didn't know about the page until later.
We
so
went...
that's Gregory's fault.
We went straight to
But-
the Dean after finding that page. We thought it should be taken to the Dean directly.
Yes, of course.
Of course, I'm going to go corroborate your story with the Dean now.
We'll come with you.
Yes, definitely. Go along.
Go along. We don't have to follow you. You're very trustworthy.
Alright then.
Yes.
He just leaves.
So, guys, after he's out of earshot, guys, it was like definitely him, right?
No, he's completely trustworthy. I believe every
Basil,
word
I'm
that
sorry,
he said.
but your judge of character.
I've
Right.
told you, I have immaculate insight on people's behavior. and how people
just gonna
think.
Ignore him and turn to Gregory. Say, Gregory,
Yes,
I
Percy.
have no idea what's going on at the moment, but like it was him, right? I have no idea what's happening.
You think that he summoned the specters against us?
I don't know. It's all so confusing.
Edgar,
Yes.
not that I'm suspicious of him at all, but can you follow him to make sure he stays safe now that he knows the information?
Edgar obliges and hobbles away after the librarian.
Because if we're the only ones that can see Edgar at the moment, and he can't see him, maybe if Edgar follows, if he does go to the Dean, then everything's perfectly fine. But if he does go and talk to someone else, I wouldn't know who, but someone else, then they'll maybe be the next suspect in spooky necromancy stuff.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Very good idea, Basil.
So, what does Edgar see? Pesci?
What do you see?
Yeah, I'm following up the librarian.
So Edgar is going to follow the librarian to see where he goes and who he talks to. And if he does go to the
Alright.
Dean, then...
Well,
we've
Edgar, as you
discussed that he comes
ascend
back.
to the top of the elevator, you've lost your track. He went up the elevator without you, and as you
Blasted.
get up to the elevator, he's
He's gone.
already gone.
He's gone, Well, he wasn't that suspicious before, so maybe it's just maybe he really is going to the dean. I don't know.
Does
everyone
Edgar
is
know
so-
how to get to the dean?
Yeah,
Josh?
you were there earlier that day.
Yeah, let's make sure he remembers. He's gonna glide over to the dean.
All right. Well, you get to the dean's office, and well, you can't knock, so
Yeah, I can't open the door, but can I hear anything?
you cannot hear anything, and there doesn't seem to be any light under the door from the dean's office.
Interesting. I turn back to the party and relay the information. Team,
Hmm.
I lost track of the librarian, so I went straight to the dean's office and could not hear anything going on inside, and nor were the lights on.
Interesting.
This
Maybe
day just
he.
gets curiouser and curiouser.
Hmm. I'm not sure who to believe now. Hmm. I'm not sure where to go from here. Maybe we spend the night contemplating it and see what we think in the morning.
Yes.
We have been
Probably
running
is.
around all day, talking to very creditable people.
Yeah,
So I think-
Gregory's tired.
I think it is. Yeah. Let's retire for the night.
All right.
Plus, Kashmir, you look quite wounded from everything that's happened today. You probably need a rest after that shock you had downstairs.
I don't think I could sleep, honestly.
Fair.
Well, you're welcome to crash with me in my room.
You're all in the same room. Four bunk
Ah,
room.
well, ignore what the students say.
All right. So yeah, you guys long rest for the night. You recover from your
Rest.
strength damage.
Oh yeah, Edgar, if you click long rest at the top, click on it, and then on the side it will say take long rest, click on the take long rest, and click the confirm button.
Okay.
Oh, hold up. Spooky music, come back here. There we go.
All right.
Where's
So
rest? Oh, short long rest. Yeah, there you go. Cool.
you get a full night's rest. Wake up the next morning. As you arise from your bunks, Gregory, you're usually up first. Ed Capot is nowhere to be seen. Because, he didn't come back to the
classic
room to
Edgar.
crash with you guys, because that would be weird.
That would be
Um,
weird.
Hmm?
You do, Gregory, you find a folded piece of parchment has been slipped under your door.
I'll pick it up and open it.
There's the Forest Terrarium, Central Building, East Wing, Midnight, Come Alone. I know where the missing pages are.
Gregory's gonna see this. Is anyone else awake?
Yeah, everyone's sort of slowly getting up after you. Yeah.
Huh. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing tonight.
What? What are you talking? What are you talking about?
What's
This-
going on?
This note here is left under the door overnight. It says
Is that
to meet someone at the Forest Terrarium at midnight
Forest?
tonight.
Terrarium.
are we all to come or is it just you?
Just mine says, come alone.
And is this note specifically for you?
Well, doesn't actually have a name on it.
It might mean all of us to come
I
alone.
feel like it slipped under the door for into a single room with
4 people
well, potentially
sleeping in
4
it.
people sleeping here. Then I think it's meant for the 4 of us, right?
Yeah, I
Probably,
believe so.
yes.
I believe so.
Well,
Alright,
we'll
was
do
there
that,
anything-
but
So far away.
Yeah, does anyone feel like having a sleep in this morning?
Should we investigate the terrarium beforehand?
Yes.
yes, very good idea, Kashmir. Basil, why did you think of that? You're supposed to be the The sleuth among us.
Look, honestly, the less time I spend out of this room, the better. With the students these days and all the rumors that are going around.
I feel like you need to stop with the rumors, Basil. I know it's hard for you, but
It's hard not being popular in this academy. I'm not even a student.
I wouldn't know what that's like because
What?
I've never not been popular. So.
Just rubs it in. Salt the wound.
Kashmir, imagine everyone around you thinks you're silly. And
Oh,
that's
God.
pretty much, that's happened to me now.
Well,
And by the way, how are we going to meet up with Edgar Poe?
He'll find us for sure.
Ah, okay.
Alright, so you're going to scout out the terrarium?
Yeah.
Alright. So
Do
you
you
had
do any rolls for that? Or-
No,
oh, sorry,
no.
go on.
I would. You know where the terrariums are, but you also know that they sort of almost seemingly randomly rotate the spire and then attach by bridges periodically. You make your way to one of the bridges that just goes out to a sheer drop off the edge of the spire. Roll. Yeah, it takes 24 minutes of waiting or moving between bridges before you finally manage to find the spire, the terrarium, the forest terrarium docked to the spire. You make your way across.
Okay.
Alright, so the forest terrarium is the one on the right-hand side, number 2.
Ah, those are actually buildings. I thought they were just weird-shaped pumpkins.
they are weird shaped pumpkins.
Ah,
Building shaped pumpkins.
building-shaped pumpkins. All right. How big is this floating rock? Like,
It's an entire biome inside it.
Jesus.
Uh,
All right. Well,
Well,
guess we
Basil,
wander
this is
aboard.
your idea.
This
Cool.
is this is
So-
my yes.
As you wander through the forest, the first thing you notice immediately is that it's a very unusual woodland with several types of trees that don't look quite right besides one another. Eventually, after a few minutes of wandering, you come upon the buildings in the center of the forest. You see students coming and going, and the large dome-shaped building is in front of you. No door, just an open archway leading inside.
Hmm.
Go on.
I wonder, and yeah.
And so yeah, it's a main sort of dome with 2 semi-spherical dome wings on each side. As you get inside, you see that it's something of a museum. There's glass panels, and behind them you can see fossils as well as magical recreations of extinct plants. The east wing contains fossils and skeletons of animals from different points in the natural history of Humblewood. The students sort of coming and going, writing things, taking notes. Maybe a
forests-
spell cast here and there.
The forest on the way in was quite dense, right?
Yeah.
Like thick.
Yeah, pretty thick.
He might gather everyone up at this point and say, "Look, we know that these facilities close at 5. I don't think we're going to be able to get access onto this again after that. We may have to come back here later on, or spend the day here. At 5 o'clock, we may just have to disappear into the local forest."
And what do you think you would recommend based on your expertise in this area?
Well, it depends. We have 2 choices. If there's enough for us to do here for a full day, to look like we're here, watching, experimenting, whatever, then that's a pretty good excuse. But obviously we don't want to make ourselves too high profile. But if we turn up at 4 o'clock, for instance, to jump on this thing, and it takes us off, I have a feeling that would be, people would see us come on and they'd be like, "Oh, where did those guys go?" kind of thing. So I think our best opportunity is to try and stay on this rock for the rest of the day. Because it's probably about, 10, 11 o'clock, right?
Right now,
Yeah.
no, it's still early morning. You came here first thing, so
Oh, I suppose so. It'd be like 8 in the morning. So we just gotta find a way to stay on this rock for another 14 hours, and at some point close to maybe 3ish, we just disappear into the woods and just hide out there for the midnight meetup.
I think perhaps I might do some stuff in the interim. We know where Rich is and where we are. We'll come back maybe after midday and
Yeah, that's fun. If there's other things we can think that we could be doing, like
I think
it's just a
we should
suggestion.
get some food as well.
Yes, that too. That might be an idea. All right then, we'll just have to explore this until we can get off this rock and onto the tower again. Unless there's facilities to eat here.
There is not.
Okay, we've probably got another 40-minute wait before we can get off this rock.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Will you wait? You get back to the entry, and it takes about 19 minutes before it syncs up, and then yes, you have a crossing over to
Me
the
hop
spire.
off.
Where do you want to go? What do you want to do?
I want bacon and eggies, please.
Yeah, Kashi's going to the food.
Alright, you head down for a hearty breakfast. As you're getting served up, the cook that you've gotten to know, Kashi, he sort of leans over. He's like, Kashmir, like, could you do me a favor by any chance? I'm very busy today, and I need some food delivered to one of the students in his dormitory.
Yeah, sure. Who is this being delivered to?
Joe Bean by the name of Figgery Figgins.
Oh, he's the mopey fellow, right?
Yes. He does look quite mopey lately. Yes.
I mean, I've only known him to be mopey, so.
Okay.
So-
He's he's off on sick leave, and I needs his meals delivered. And I'm very busy today. Would you mind?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll by all means, I'll do that.
Alright, very well. I'll doggy bag it, shall I?
Well, I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds like you're going to. Yes, I get the gist.
Alright, so you guys sit down and enjoy a casual breakfast. And then he gives you a doggy bag full of food for Figgery Figgins.
Yep.
And sweet.
There's definitely roasted tomatoes and hash browns in there.
Yeah, exactly what it is. Full English.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Beautiful.
Cool. You want to take it to him?
Yeah, I'll just go by myself.
Alright,
I think you should take Edgar.
No, I'll just go by myself. It's fine.
Edgar hasn't shown his face today yet, so.
Oh, that's right. That's a good point. Or
Alright,
is that semi-invisible bastard?
Kashmir, you make your way to Figgery Figgins' room and knock on the door. Hello.
Figure, I've got some food for you, mate. It's down from down in the kitchens.
Oh,
They're just
goody.
asked me to bring it up for you.
You hear footsteps. You hear a chair screech and then footsteps. He comes over and opens the door a crack. He's like, "Oh, thank you. Very hungry."
That's right. You okay? Is everything all right down here?
He's like, "Yes, I'm okay. I'm off on sick leave."
Yes, I heard. Well, you enjoy that, I suppose.
Okay, very good.
Does he still look like he hasn't slept?
Yeah.
Not that I saw him before, but he still seems very.
Strangely, he kind of has similar symptoms to you after your strength suck the other day. He's like, he seems to have a tremor. He seems like very weak as he takes the bag off you, and very heavy eyelids, like he hasn't slept for a while.
Figure.
Yes.
Can I ask you maybe a weird personal question?
Of course, yes.
Have you been seeing ghosts lately?
No. Well,
So that's a yes.
why
Figure.
would you ask that? No,
I'm
of
gonna
course.
put my foot at the door to stop him from closing it if he's gonna try and close it.
He does,
Go
yeah.
away.
And then you stop it with your foot. And he's like, What is it?
Well, we've been seeing ghosts too, and we kind of want to know what they are.
There's no ghosts.
Does he have any pets, perchance?
He doesn't. No. Well, thankfully.
He's got a pet mouse.
Are there any small animals about?
There's not.
Okay. Cause yeah, okay, cool.
You see him like
Um,
glance back at his window inside his dormitory. He glances back at you.
Do you mind, Figure, if I ask you a few questions about these ghosts?
Okay. he pulls the door open. He's like, come in.
I'll head in, but pointedly not close the door.
It was happened the other night. He
Wait,
starts like
which is the
starts
other
like
night?
fidgeting with his hands, like glancing at the window. He's like, it was the other night. It was dark and stormy. It was raining. It was very heavy. It was very loud. And just as I was about to head to bed, I heard scratching outside the window. I got up to have a look at it, see what was outside. There's bones at the window. 4 giant red eyes. I don't know what happened. I think I must have passed out, and then I woke up the next morning, and I felt sick and weak. I don't even know if it actually happened. Maybe it was just a terrible nightmare. A fever.
Bones.
It was terrifying.
These bone figures hurt you at all, Figure?
Oh, I don't know. I passed out and then I woke up and I'm like I am now. I feel weak. I've been getting better. But I was
this? Was this what caused you to go on sick leave?
Yes. I haven't told anyone. I didn't think anyone would believe me. For all I know, it was just a nightmare.
Yes. For an academic, you're quite stupid, aren't you?
Huh?
Okay. So, you saw some bones. Did they look like the servitors guarding the upper library?
Maybe. Oh. It was very dark, raining. I just remember the four red eyes.
4 red eyes. And 1 figure, or was it 2?
I don't know. It looked like one.
I want to go check out the windowsill
All right.
and see if there's any scratch marks or actual signs of there being some kind of being there.
All right. You walk over. You sort of pop the window open and look outside. You do notice there do seem to be some. So his window goes right onto the outside of the spire. So immediately it's an enormous height you're looking down on.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna back away from the window.
But you sort of that you notice that second. First, you don't look down at first, but where you look at you glance at the surface outside his window, and you do notice a couple of scratches and something with opaque and white lodged in the outside wall. But then you glance down and see the enormous height you're at, and like pop back inside.
Oh, okay. I'll curl up a little bit.
Yeah, are you okay?
And
Are you okay?
close my eyes and reach out and feel around and try and grab that white opaque thing. And then put it in my pocket. Without opening my eyes.
Alright. Yeah, you managed to. Yeah, it's sort of like lodged in the side of the avium real good. You managed to dislodge it and put it in your pocket.
Can you... What are you doing for the rest of the day?
Oh, the usual. Trembling, whining, maybe a little bit of study to break it up.
That sounds accurate. Okay. Don't leave. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Don't leave.
Okay. I wasn't going to.
I'm gonna race back down to the kitchens and grab the other two.
Mhm.
And say, Figgery, he was attacked by one of the shadows that we were attacked by, Gregory.
I
And
knew there was something up
Well,
with
stranger,
him.
as you glance at the fragment you grabbed on the way down, you notice it's bone.
is it the same kind of bleached white kind of bone that the servitors made from?
It does seem to be the same, yes.
The same type of bone. Okay.
It's a bone, yeah.
Yeah.
A clean bone.
Yeah. But not like a fresh kind of still sticky with sinew type
No.
bone.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll present this bone to the other two as well, and explain everything that Figgery said to me.
Well, it definitely sounds like we might need to look after him in a sense. Did he say anything about like getting attacked? Like,
Well, he
at
said
all?
that he saw a creature out, a being outside of his window with 4 eyes, and I'm not 4 red eyes, and I'm not quite sure what that means.
Was
But
that
then yes,
was that last night or was that a few nights ago?
that was a few nights ago when he first went on sick leave.
Hmm. But he's been consistently sick since, right?
Yes.
And you said that it was very similar to what you had before from that.
Yes, he said he was weak and not feeling well, and that's how I felt after I was attacked as well. Just very
Yeah.
weak and
But you, after a night's rest, you became perfectly fine, right?
yes, well, I have the constitution of a hedge. He is just well.
He is one of my kind, I understand,
yes, I
but
didn't want to insult you.
even so, he should be hearty enough to get past this in one night. I think
I think we need
he's
to
been
ask
I think he's been so exhausted that these things have been like attacking him every night consistently.
time after time. Perhaps that's right. Yes, I think we need to protect him and ask him about. We'll probe him more about the necromancy.
At this point, Edgar pops up behind the guys. Hello.
Ah, Edgar! You can't be doing that when we're investigating some mysterious beings that have been coming and attacking people at random times.
Ah, my apologies, young hedgehog. I'll be more considerate next time.
Please,
I come to see how your research is going.
poorly.
Ah. What is that you are holding?
I'll show
Just
him the
towards the
shard and
bone.
give him a
It's a-
brief lowdown. And
Yes.
Edgar, do you know what this shard could be? Do you know if it's possibly off one of the servitors that guard the library upstairs?
Edgar examines it, and he's going to roll a investigation check.
Alright. It's not your field of study, so you don't know.
Yeah. No idea.
Well, you're helpful.
Well, we might want to take it to the very trustworthy Professor Nightseed. I think she would know the best about these things, seeing as it's bone and she's theoretical necromancy.
Oh, yes,
But-
brilliant idea, Basil.
Isn't she actual necromancy as well, though?
No one practices necromancy in this college. That's why.
Didn't they say that she was the one that raised the people from the dead as servitors for the,
Possibly.
or at
Who
least
would
she-
would be the one?
Who controls the servitors? Does she?
They're not. They have their own. They have like a very, very low level of free will. They just carry out
Right.
the tasks that they're assigned when they're reanimated.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. Gotcha.
But she would be the person to talk to about where this bone had come from. How big is this bone, by the way? It's like a thumb bone, a wrist
It's like a
bone?
knuckle bone, kind of, or maybe a finger, the tip of a finger.
Ooh. Could we examine it to see if it is like a bird bone? Is that something I can do, like an
You
investigation
can make
roll or
a
something?
nature check.
Ooh.
That is true, because all of the servitors were birds, weren't they?
I have no idea what kind of bone this
No,
is. Do
you
you?
have
Any
no
of you
idea.
guys?
Yeah,
Know what kind of
Gregory
bone it
would
is?
know what a bird bone looks like, surely.
Cashmere would.
Maybe you would.
Are you?
What about you, Kashmir? Do you know what this is?
I'm not really good with bones. Only. Well, yes, no.
Well, you might have seen the bone after cooking something, maybe.
I don't really cook much with meat.
That's fair enough.
Yeah,
Maybe then
yeah.
our only choice is the Honourable Professor Nightseed.
Well, lead on.
All right. Basil will stand up.
Alright. You ascend back up the spire. You find Professor Nightseed in her office this time. Knock on the door. She's like, yes, come in.
Wondering. It's like, my lady, it's so nice to see you again.
Yes, hello, defenders. How are we today?
We're doing well.
She looks at Lightfeather. She's like, I returned the page this morning as I said I would, Lightfeather. I hope this does not inconvenience you.
We never-
No, not at all.
Never doubted you
Afraid
for
I
one
would not risk my job holding it any longer.
Not of course, yes.
Fair enough.
How did she return the page if the book is missing?
I'm sorry, what? Oh wait, no, she can't hear you. Never mind.
Exactly.
Shh, Edgar.
I'll repeat the question.
I'm sorry, what? The book is missing?
Well,
Yes,
yes.
apparently.
Morden did not inform me of that. He was most pleased to have the page returned. He
Fuck.
didn't mention anything about the book missing.
Well, why would he?
Jokes, Morden. I said it. Okay, let's go.
Well, hold up 1 second. May I have the bone, Kashmir?
Okay, I'll give it to him.
He grabs a bone and says, could you identify this bone for us?
Oh, yes, I can take a look at that. Takes it. She mutters some arcane words, makes a gesture, casts detect magic on it. Like, oh. All of a sudden, her eyes narrow again. Around the same reaction she had as when you presented her with the page, and she's like, "This is very sinister necromancy on this bone. Where did you find it?"
I'll explain
Kashmir?
where it was, where we found it.
This is most unnerving. This kind of magic is banned on campus. How is this possible? On the outside of the avium.
Are you able to explain to us what this is exactly?
What can I say? It's a bone. It has seems to be bird folk in nature. It's a very strong aura of necromancy. It's very dark and sinister.
And there's no way that this bone could have come from one of the servitors, could it?
I highly doubt it. They are reanimated with necromancy, but nothing this powerful and just wrong feeling.
So something seems to be terrorizing, or someone seems to be terrorizing the student.
What do you mean?
Well, this was found, like Kashmir said, outside
yes,
the window.
Were
Were you not? It's okay.
This must be reported to the dean immediately.
We will. I'm going to do another insight check.
All right. She does seem to be
10.
visually uncomfortable about something, but
Ooh. Is it me?
don't know.
You seem visually uncomfortable. Is it me?
Look, and just spooked is all. It's a spooky skeleton.
Yes, no, I understand. Spooky, scary skeletons are.
But
things
she
to be afraid of.
but she likes necromancy. Sure, she wouldn't be afraid of skeletons.
This is.
I think there's a difference between liking. Oh, well, you probably wouldn't have heard. Sorry, Edgar's in the room with us. I thought I should inform you. I think there's a difference between being interested and liking necromancy.
Hmm. Edgar nods as while pondering.
He's nodding, by the way, Professor.
Okay.
Well, we won't disturb you anymore, Honourable Professor Nightseed. We'll go speak to the Dean immediately.
Of
And
course.
Basil performs the lowest bow he can.
Just trying so hard.
Like bends down forward with arms just spread out behind him.
Alright.
And just walks backwards out of the room.
Do the rest of you follow?
Yeah, Gregory will follow with
Alright.
not nearly quite such a pompous display of
As Slickery.
yeah.
Cool. How's everyone feeling? We're at a snail's pace on this part of the adventure. Man, I've got plenty of content, so we can keep going tonight. Up to you guys.
I might have to.
IRL, not in game.
Yeah, I might have to call it soon.
Okay.
So you get us to a point that you think will be a good point.
Okay. Alright, we'll press on.
So yeah, we'll go to the Dean.
Okay.
No, the librarian.
Let's go to the
Ooh,
librarian.
Librarian first, not the Dean.
Yes. He seems fishy. Everything about him is fishy.
But I trust him
Yes,
wholeheartedly.
Never trust a fish.
Kashmir is right. He is very auspicious.
But we spoke to him last night and he was perfectly fine.
Auspicious indeed. Yeah, we spoke to him, but I don't trust him. It's just everything about what has been happening recently has to do in some part with the library.
The student, you're right. Like,
Kashmir is right.
hmm.
There's been some strange things happening in the library.
Well, you were attacked in the library.
Attack
the
the
book
library.
went missing.
Books go missing from the library.
Edgar popped up in the library.
I did.
You did. So yes,
Caca.
maybe the library is the best place.
And he didn't tell Glinda that the book had gone missing, which makes me think perhaps he doesn't want people to know that it had gone missing.
And
Like-
there was no lights on at the dean's office as well, like he said he was going to.
Didn't talk to the dean.
Then we should move promptly down
I
to
think so.
number 6, the underground.
You going back
Wherever his
down to the library?
offices.
Yeah, down to the library.
Alright. So, you head down to the library. The watery mess is still on the floor in the aisle. You spot,
You would think they would have got servitors down here to mop that up by now.
I'm gonna cast shape water on the mess and just spread it out super far so that it just evaporates. This is-
Sweet. You spot
Kashmir is just like super angry. He's like, "Fuck this place! Fuck this shit!"
Morden is sitting at his desk as usual, his face buried in some book as you walk in.
Kashmir, do you want to take the lead on this?
Not really. What?
Good morning, Morden.
What?
How are you going, old chap?
What? He's like a little bit startled as you address. What?
Sorry to start
Lightfeather. Very well, Lightfeather. All in good fun. Yes. More research today, is it?
Yes. Quite. We still need to knuckle down at those books, you know.
Oh, of course, yes.
Now, I hear the, what is it, Professor Nightseed, she dropped off a page for one of your books.
Oh, yes, you are correct. Yes, she did bring that very forbidden page down. Unfortunately, the book is still missing, as I said yesterday. The bloody
Basil's gonna do
shame.
an insight check.
All right.
Edgar moves over to behind the desk to look at what book he's reading.
It is it's about croquet.
Evil croquet?
It's called Croquet Through the Ages. A history of
It's a trick.
a history of it follows the career of a very famous Gallus croquet player named
I think it's croquetist.
Ligerwood.
Croquet.
Oh my god.
A croquet
Love
is
it.
like a wood.
I love it.
Yeah, with that 16 insight, do I detect any strange?
Let me think.
Okay. Or is he perfectly...
Detect magic would be really handy
Believable.
here right now.
He does seem to be like a little bit flustered.
Sorry,
Flustered.
say that
as
again.
in
Flustered.
He
Flustered,
didn't
yeah.
expect people to be here, or
You don't know. He just seems
okay.
in a
He just
fluster.
seems a little bit startled.
Generally in a fluster. He's like, oh, I don't know.
I said
Uh,
he's reading
What's
what day?
croquet.
what's the subject of the research today then?
The subject of our research today, I believe, is you.
What?
You're under suspicion.
What?
You don't. Okay, Basil, you've never clearly. No,
I thought that was the direction you were going in, Casimir. I was
Yes,
going
it
by your
is,
lead.
but you don't just tell him straight away that we suspect him.
But you said
Because-
that we were...
Just
in
Suspect
suspicion.
me? Suspect me of what?
No, we have to try and get a confession out of him first before we say anything.
Well, we should have organised this
Yes.
beforehand.
Maybe
Like,
if you weren't such a.
are we doing
He,
good bad
he
cop?
turns to you, Gregory, while they're babbling back and forth. He's like, what is this,
Am I
Lightfellow?
good cop at you?
What is the meaning of this?
I
Like,
I think.
honestly have no idea what they're
I'm
talking
happy
about.
to be a bad cop, but
They're a bit damaged, you see.
Yeah, if I heard they assaulted a student the other night or something like that.
objection,
Me?
Your Honour.
Not these two.
Sword.
No, they
Are
didn't
you
do anything of the sort. He did the,
I didn't do anything like that. Are you?
Uh.
I was helping people.
Oh, okay, my mistake. Then it must have been somebody else I heard about. I apologize.
Why didn't you tell Professor Nightseed that the book had been damaged when she returned the page to you?
Because it wasn't.
Well, the book.
So
had
when
gone
she
missing.
returned it to you, it
had
wasn't
been
damaged
The
at all.
page has gone
It
missing.
was not. It wasn't. It was. Nightseed returned it to me undamaged, and then it disappeared the next day.
And how long ago was
No,
that?
the
now?
page. When she returned the page to you, you didn't tell her that the book had gone missing.
I did not. I
Yes.
mean, obviously, I assumed she knew. You know, she was returning a page. I assumed she mentioned that you had advised her to return it to me. I imagine she knew what you knew.
Why
So
did you
it's-
not go and see the dean the other night when you said you would?
I did.
Mordain,
Where is this book kept in your library?
Oh, up the
Traditionally.
back in the forbidden section.
Can you show us, please?
Of course. You cannot take anything without written permission from the dean, though. Follow me.
No, that's fine.
well,
Um,
unless you're stealing it, of course, then you can take it.
As
it-
everyone's moving forwards with him.
Mm.
Ah, damn it, Basil moves slightly behind everyone else.
Right.
And
He leads you to the aisle. He's like, all the tomes contained in here have eldritch information. Some of them are very, very dangerous. In particular, the Corvum Ex Necromantus, which is now missing.
yes, the
and
Necrocorvus.
how could
will-
someone have gotten access to this without your express permission, Morden?
I honestly do not know. I can only assume someone has stolen it when I wasn't looking. And, to be honest, only you have been down here, that I know of.
Well, perhaps you shouldn't leave your most precious books unguarded, Morden. I mean, you can check through our belongings. You won't find any books in there that we
No.
have not already had borrowed from you, but...
Not
I
throwing
did
any
see you
accusations
leave the
here.
library yesterday, and that at any point in time could someone else have come into the library then and taken books? I was engrossed in my studies, and
Hey, did you see anyone, Lightfeather?
well, no, I barely even saw the specters that attacked me yesterday.
Oh, surely, a decorated member of the Porch Guard can be trusted to look over the library while I deliver some books upstairs.
How dare you?
Sorry, I meant,
He doesn't like the intent.
I'm sorry, I meant no offense, Lightfeather. But, no accusations. I of course did not mean to imply that you or your friends took the necromantus, but
Well, you did yesterday and you are today because you said...
Because you seem to be throwing suspicion on me, the caretaker of this place.
Yes, the caretaker, and you don't even know where your books are. You
There
either
are pages missing from
terrible
several of your
caretaker.
books.
or you're the one that's been doing it.
Alright, I think I've about had enough of this. I'm going to have a word to the Dean.
Be sure you actually speak to him this time.
Oh, I will.
Yes, turn up to his office.
Can I get Edgar out of earshot of what?
Well, he's kind of storming off, so...
All right, and we're in the library at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Edgar,
Yes.
can you stay here tonight and look at stuff for us?
Yes, to monitor him come back.
Yes, and to see if anyone else manages to find their way into the library, and to see if anything suspicious happens.
Would you like me to wait in the place where the book was meant to be, or in his office?
I mean, if you're going to be here all night, then perhaps you can do both.
Yes. This is satisfactory.
Okay, you're unusual too. This whole place creeps me out.
Yes, this is a silly place. Should never have come here.
It's like model.
What's the time, Josh?
Well, at this point, it's only like midday, but if you guys want to fast forward, that's fine.
No, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I think if it's getting on towards the afternoon, Gregory would like to go back up to the forest biodome, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Alright.
Basil will
You
join
are
him.
intercepted when you step off the elevator by the Dean.
Uh-oh.
Like, Light feather? Can I have a word?
Oh, yes. Yes, Dean, yes.
We'll meet you over at the forest place.
Oh. Yes, I guess, yes, just you, Light feather. That would be fine, actually. You step into my office, please.
Yes, Dean, of course, a pleasure.
I have received a complaint from Morden this morning that you are harassing him down in the library. What's
Just
the meaning of
having
this?
good fun, really.
Fun?
Yes, just jesting with him. You did not see the joke in it?
I'm afraid he didn't, Lightfeather, and I don't see the joke either.
Oh, we were just laughing around Kashmir as being funny, and I thought I'd add to the joke, and then he got a little bit defensive. I'm sorry if I caused offense.
Roll a deception check.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, well. Alright, well, perhaps a little more prudence in your your joshery towards Morden. He can be a little bit sensitive at times, and yes, I'm sorry, Lightfair. I meant no accusation here. He was
No.
He was-
I
he was,
can see how it could be misunderstood.
he was quite explosive in his complaining. Very uncharacteristic for him. I assumed
He does
you
seem quite on edge at the moment.
I assumed you would really upset him. He asked to have you removed from the library entirely. So
Oh dear, no, nothing of the sort. We are just as if old friends come reunion like together. He's old jokes, and he you know how old fellows are like.
very well, that fella. And I have things to attend to, so I'll bid you good
Yes,
afternoon.
I'll see you around.
Yeah, I want to continue on to the dome.
All right. So it's what's your guys' plan for the dome?
Buddy, hide there till midnight.
right?
You're gonna hide there
Yeah,
for like
hide.
7 hours.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'd like to stop
kitchen.
off and get some snacks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the kitchen and just get just a handful of, just literally an armful of muffins.
Alright.
first.
Cool. So you head over and you're sending Edgar down to the library for the evening.
To scout for the entire night, because last time we went down, he was there for like 5 minutes. So
All right.
All right.
All right, so fast forwarding. So where are you guys waiting? You waiting in the forest, or are you waiting in the museum, or what are you? what's your
Gregory's would
plan?
defer to Basil's expertise.
I think the
here.
best option that we have is to go into the forest a little bit, but be able to see the entranceway to the globe as well as the entranceway to the museum. So therefore, if we see anyone enter around midnight, we can go there. And if need be, well, the note was put on the door with no name, so if we all turn up and they go, "You're meant to be alone," then we can go, "Hey, hang on a second, you didn't name the pad. Who? You know."
All right. So you guys, you hang out for 7 hours. You have a little picnic with the snacks that you bought. Hang out in the forest. Observe some of the wildlife that's small animals and whatnot that are hanging out in the forest. It's alright. You'd have to roll a perception check. You just kind of like, you watch students sort of come and go, and then at the end of the day, they eventually all file out of the terrarium, and the sun goes down, and it becomes dark. And by the moonlight, the forest becomes even creepier and more eerie as these different types of trees sort of in proximity to each other. Something very unnerving about the biome at night. As midnight approaches, you see that over at the museum, there is no door. It's just the archway at the front always seems to be open. And it's bordering on midnight. What do you want to do?
We haven't seen anyone enter this sphere.
You have not.
Basil will
I'd
sneak
just
over
like
to
to
the
start
door.
heading over towards the door to get to the east wing.
Well, if I see you just stand up and start walking over, I'll stand up confidently.
Well, I'm not like, standing, still hunching, crouching.
I might put out my hand and say, just let me have a look first. And I'll go sneak over to the doorway.
Alright.
I think Kashmir's asleep.
I'd make as much noise as I possibly can as I look inside.
Okay, so you check the note one more time. It says East Wing Midnight.
Yes.
Now,
We
you're
should try
loading
reading.
in. Oh, I'll get rid of Edgar's character. So there's you guys at the front door. Basil going in first. We'll wait for the map to load in.
So I go to the door.
So you guys have vision, right? You can see stuff?
Clop.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can see.
I'm not meant to, right?
No, because I took your token out, so...
Yeah.
Well, do you want to put him with us just so that he can actually watch what's going on?
Sure. You can drag your token if you want, Joshy, just so you can watch. Oh, hang on, I'll have
Thanks,
to...
man.
I'll do it. I'll have to give it vision. Just give me 1 sec.
Yep,
Oh, no.
yep, you're right.
I might turn down the spooky music a little bit.
Alright, you see Josh?
See.
Alright, cool. Alright, what do you guys want to do?
Alright, after I get to the entrance and I can't see anyone, I usher everyone forwards.
I'm gonna clutch Gregory's feathers and follow him in slightly.
Yeah, I've got my sword, my hand on my sword, like my hand on the hilt as I walk in. Is it all
Alright.
lit up magically still?
No, it is dimly lit by the moonlight filtering in through there's a few apertures on the ceiling. It is extremely creepy at night with all these exhibits around, most of them fossils or old bones.
Alright, Basil's gonna start moving in.
Alright. The rest of you follow?
Tentatively.
Alright.
Already don't like the look of those things.
So these statues in front of you, actually, I couldn't find any elk statue tokens, but that's what they're the placeholder for. There's two.
They're meant to be elks.
Yeah, it's the skeletons of two giant elks inside glass tanks, as well as some other various skeletons, small lizards, humanoids, bended around.
God, I love dynamic lighting.
Yeah, it's insane.
You should see the Foundry VTT lighting. It's amazing. It even has like a button you can hit to switch between day and night, and it like slowly fades.
That's cool.
Alright, so you guys assemble in the
South
east wing. East wing.
Oh,
Yeah,
east
you're,
wing.
you're in it.
Hey, look, we're in the east wing.
So you're standing around, waiting. You're all of a sudden get a jump scare from a large grandfather clock over near the entrance, striking midnight. Ding! Ding! You all sort of jump and like, and they're like looking around at each other. That roll to shit self.
Yeah, pretty much.
You guys are apprehensively, eyes darting around the room, looking for any sign of life. Oh, creepy.
Yeah. I was
Ca-
looking for a big dong one, but that's all I could find.
Kashmir, you're sort of backpedaling a little bit and you feel cold among your spines in the back as you accidentally back into this giant glass cabinet that this skeletal elk is inside.
Ugh.
You turn. Now, as you look up at it, you swear you see the head move and shift towards you.
Nah, nope.
I'm out. I'm leaving.
All of a
leaving.
sudden, both of the elk lunge forward. The glass shatters.
Fuck.
Dicks. Yeah, I draw my sword.
These enormous elk burst forth silently through the
Yuck.
wreck of the glass that they've just. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Whoa!
Whoa. They burst
Whoa,
forth
whoa.
with a deafening shatter, but they silently move through the wreckage and dash towards you guys with murderous intent. And that's where we're going to end the session tonight, guys.
Spooky spook. Holy shit.
Spooky
Oh,
shit.
man.
Oh.
Fuck. Do they have 4 eyes, Josh?
They do not. No, they're just normal giant elk skeletons.
Yeah, normal giant elk skeletons. That's the thing.
You know, the usual ones you see.
Yeah. Standard elk skeletons.